Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. And
Yes, everybody, and welcome to High on Homegrown, the cannabis podcast from Percy'sGrowroom.com. And did you know you can save £200 on your car insurance? No, that's a different one. That's a different ad.
When you're just on holiday.
Yeah,
Oh,
I am
man.
Macky from the UK, and joining us this week, we have Margaret.
I thought for a second you had like a new sponsor for the show, maybe. I don't know. Hi, everybody.
No. A new sponsor like we've had one before? You know?
Right. Well, for insurance.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes.
The sun's shining for now, so that's kind of nice. It was
Whoa.
pouring rain like half an hour ago, so who knows?
No.
We're in
No
that time
way.
of year where everything's up,
Mhm.
but nothing like a little bite me the show but edibles.
That's right.
Mm.
To put weed in your food.
Do it, lady.
I did it.
We also have John. What's up, John?
Well, I don't have any rain today. It is sun. The sun is out. It's beautiful here in Minnesota today. I'm loving it, actually.
Beautiful.
It's warming up because it's been cold. We've had frost advisories.
Oh,
Wow.
no.
At
You get
night.
advisories
Yeah.
for frost?
Already?
Oh, yeah, bro. Already. Yeah.
Damn.
Like the last 2 nights, I think.
That's not good. That's not a good sign.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, we
Mhm.
don't get advisories, but today in the UK we had one of those them emergency warning alert tests. So everybody's phone went off at 3 o'clock, like boop, boop.
Oh, my God. I hate
emergency alert system.
Yeah, we got
but
that.
yeah.
Good times.
So yeah, anybody who got that, yeah, part of the team. But and also, we wish I had that narrator voice now, which can put the plug in on. We also have the return of Billy Bonds. What's up, Billy?
Yo, fucking weather has been drastic. It's been fucking like torrential rain.
Man, I saw
Oh,
Caroline
no.
share a
Right.
clip. You guys had hail or some shit?
Yeah, basically, yeah, but like super flooded rain, like someone's swimming pool would have been filled up in 30 minutes type rain.
Holy.
Damn.
Yeah,
Freaking monsoon over there.
yeah,
Yeah,
basically,
that's some rain.
yeah,
Mhm.
quite a few days of it as well. Not like all day, but like quite a few
Yeah.
times in the day.
We've been having that as well. It's like, you know, we had all the nice dryness over summer and then it rained a shitload just once. And it's as if it rained and now the water's being evaporated up back to the sky and then just coming down again. It's like periodic.
Yeah,
Like
Basically,
evaporate,
yeah.
fall, evaporate, fall, like every fucking 2 hours or something. There's a little bit of rain. Everything
What
gets
is it,
wet.
Groundhog's
Yeah,
Day?
evaporate. Yeah, well, fucking hell. It's the UK. Pretty fucked.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Definitely the end
It's
of
really
summer
bad.
then.
Yeah, definitely the end of summer. But there's other things why it's really bad to be living in the UK. This shit is crazy right now. This shit is crazy.
Well, the weather's the
Mm.
best thing about the UK right now.
Yeah, you probably.
That's
The
how
weather
bad
and
it
the
is.
food is awesome compared to everything else. That's how bad it
Oh.
is. Fuck.
Holy.
Yeah.
Talking of food, fucking been checking out all our local food places have got all their new food star ratings. Our local kebab
Oh?
house has got a 2-star.
That's bad, right?
Well, it's out of
That
5. So
sounds good.
Wow.
two is like they're just about washed their hands, mate.
Oh no.
Holy.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
just about wash their hands when they think somebody's watching them, and if they don't
Yeah,
have somebody
basically.
watching them,
Yeah.
then it could be days in between. Fuck.
The grill's probably 20 years old and has never been cleaned and things like that.
But that adds
Yeah.
flavour, right? That adds
Yeah.
character to the food.
I don't go. I've never. I've been there once when I first moved into town, like 6-7 years ago now or more. But yeah, basically, yeah. That's why I don't
Ooh-wee.
go there, but because it's bad. But yeah, 2 stars. The other place has got 3 stars.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So like that's the highest you got there.
No, we've got one. We've got one 5-star fish and chippy, which is actually one of the best in the country, apparently. Even though I
Okay.
don't think it is.
Was it Harry
to be honest.
Ramsden's or something?
No, it's just a local chip shop. It is pretty good, but I don't think if that's the best in the country, then well, our country's doing some real bad shit, man. 'Cause the chips ain't that great.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Anyway, random tangents as we do.
Yeah.
Don't-
there you go.
Don't go to
okay.
Billy's
Good
area if
start.
you're looking for good takeaway. All right,
No.
Don't do it.
sounds pretty bad.
But
yeah, good to
got
have you back,
decent
Billy.
food vans,
Yes.
though.
Well, the
Like, you know,
vans
like
are
little-
decent, but the actual
Yeah,
shops
the
are shit.
trucks. Yeah, it seems that's the mostly. It seems that way. All the vans are quite
Mm-hmm.
good, but the shops are shit.
Damn, my dog was just trying to get out. I just had to let him out the door here. And then when I opened the door, I just got a waft of bacon. So that's what it was. He's sitting by the door
Ooh.
like, "You can let me out, man. I can smell bacon out there, bro." And I open the door. He's like, "Oh, that's why he wants to leave." Gosh. Yeah,
That's
man.
right.
Anyway,
Mhm.
we're obviously going to be covering the cannabis news and events today. We've got some stuff to talk about in the grow guides as well. But for the news this week, we have one of these. This woman, she turned into a drug dealer after using cannabis to
Whoa.
self-medicate. Oh my God! So we're going to hear her life story and found out how she fell from grace so far to become a drug dealer, selling cannabis about the place. Oh my goodness!
So sad.
Yeah, so sad. Tragic story. We also have shit going on in Thailand here, because they legalized, everybody's happy, and then it was like, no, we're not going to legalize anymore because we're sick of all the tourists. But now there's some guy who's getting into power who's been voted in, or maybe voted in soon. We'll find out when we get to the story. But he's known as like the King of Cannabis and very pro-cannabis, if you can't tell from the name King of Cannabis. So it looks like maybe they're going back again. Just backwards and forwards here, they'll figure out what's going on eventually. Also, we have this prenatal cannabis exposure. That means cannabis exposure while somebody is pregnant. Delays reproductive development of offspring. What does that even fucking mean? We'll find out in a little bit. Switzerland's cannabis legalization plans. We're going to be talking about those as well. Because apparently Switzerland's going to be doing some shit with their legalization soon. I thought they had some kind of legalization already, right? Like you
Switzerland?
decrim over there? Yeah, I'm sure it's decriminalized.
I don't know,
over there.
I guess.
The breeder Steve was mentioning how back in like the 80s or something, he was over there able to grow in a greenhouse and shit. So yeah, we'll find out when we get to the story. And then we have a Massachusetts AG approves ballot petition. That's what I call it. I had to do it.
I love how you did that.
Well, I usually call it massive two shits, but people wouldn't
Okay.
appreciate that if they're listening from massive two shits, will they? No.
No.
They'd
they
prefer me
won't.
to put some effort in to pronounce it properly. So, Massachusetts. Is that better?
Yes, works great.
How am I
Massive
supposed to say it?
tits.
That works as well.
You said it just fine. Massachusetts.
No, they
Okay.
won't mind if you call it massive 2 tits, will they?
Just
'Cause, like,
Think about that
Probably
Bee
not.
Gees song, innit?
Yeah.
That Massachusetts song. Anyway,
Yep.
speaking of the Bee Gees, we've got an
Good.
awesome thread over PercySquirrelRoom.com called Guilty Pleasures, and we've just put links on YouTube to all of our Guilty Pleasures songs, and some of them are absolutely terrible. We got Viking out there putting up links to E17. Remember those guys?
What?
Jesus, yeah, Vikings proper let us down, mate.
Brian Harvey's
Terrible,
cock.
terrible. Well, you know, there's some ELO over there. You know, there's some good tunes in the Guilty Pleasures thread. It's my favorite music thread on Percy's right now. But check that out. Yeah, random tangent. But yeah, massive two shits is approves ballot petition to end the 1.6 billion adult use cannabis market. Why would anybody fucking do that? Jesus.
Because they're idiots. You know what's crazy is that I have seen so many like clips, videos, almost like advertisements against cannabis lately in the US. Like
they're
all
like
over
pushing
the
a
place,
propaganda thing, isn't it?
Almost,
you
man.
seen
Like everywhere. I see little clips on Facebook, TikTok, friggin'
Wow.
just random places, man. Just people like doctors making video clips and stuff. And yeah, dude, it's been nuts.
What, do they come on and be like, cannabis is safe and effective? One of those?
No, opposite.
Same thing.
100%
Same
opposite.
thing.
Like, I think one of them that popped up was one of the articles we talked about last week, I think,
Jeez.
with all that.
Maybe that's what it is.
Statistics and
Maybe
stuff.
that's why you're hearing them ads, because they're listening to you all the time, especially if you use TikTok.
Maybe.
They're listening to you, and it's like, oh, this guy's talking about anti-cannabis on Sunday. Let's keep sending him those.
I use TikTok too, though, and I don't get any of those ads, so I don't know
Yeah.
what's up with that.
I think it's a US thing right now. Seriously.
Oh, that could be.
Wow. That's crazy.
You know,
to
I mean,
think
we've
about.
had this, Massachusetts, Texas trying to pull some bullshit, you know.
Did you just call it
and
massive
then-
two shits as well?
No.
Oh.
You
Massachusetts.
can't call it Massachusetts. Just the regular one.
That's right.
We tried. We mean no offense, anybody. We mean no offense.
Yes.
We're just having fun. But yeah. So should we move on to the news then already? Because we're already 10 minutes through the tangents.
Sure.
Gosh.
Let's
think
do
it's-
it.
Yeah,
it's time.
that's what we're here for.
Let's get straight on it and
Do it,
figure out
lady.
what's going on in Thailand. Do it, lady. Do it, lady. Nice. Oh, I'll have to show notes on the screen. Don't look, everybody. Don't look. Let me just get this off the screen. Don't look. Spoiler
It's
alerts.
on there for like
There we
8
go.
minutes.
There we go.
It's still there.
Right.
And it's gone. Okay.
There we go. Yeah, it's safe now. Don't look. Because there's something I want to try and add this new thing to the news section in just a couple of minutes where we can discuss discount codes or new shit going on certain seed banks. Because, you know, this is specifically for people who grow cannabis, right? So we want you to know about these things. And I was speaking to Barney's Farm this week because I'm renewing all the discount codes in the section over on Percy's Grow Room, making sure they're up to date and all that. And I'm speaking to Barney's Farm, and Mark over at Barney's is like, yeah, the lemon tree, we're getting rid of it. Like, oh my God. So that's big news, right? That lemon tree that I rant about is going to go, but they've still got some left, and they put it into the discontinued section of the Barney's Farm website, right? And if you go there, you get 40% off. Oh, yeah, it's so sad. I told him he's making a big mistake. You know,
Yeah, bro.
But you know, it happens, man. I don't know if they're going to be able to make more or something, but it's been real popular. So maybe they're just coming to the end of that specific seed batch, you know. So that's going to end soon. So over on the Barney's Farm page, they've got 40% off lemon tree right now. So you can go and buy the lemon tree for 40% off. But also, if you're a member of Percy's Grow Room, you get an extra 25% off as well. We've got a discount code. Head over to the discount code section. You can only see it if you're a member. So head over to the member section. You know, sign up to Percy's. Go to the discount code section. You'll see the code. And you get an extra 25% off. And I saw you could get 5 of the lemon tree beans for just 21 euros, man. Saying? Yeah. And
it was
whatever
like
that is for you
30,
guys.
37 or something
$500 Canadian.
US.
Yeah, about $500 Australian dollars, I think. Yeah, it's quite pricey. Yeah, check that shit out, man. So yeah, Barney's they have that page with the 40% off. Then you get the 25% off Percy's as well, and they've got a shitload of new strains coming as well. So yeah, lots going on over at Barney's Farm right now. Very
Mhm.
cool. So yeah, I thought I'd let everybody know about that. And if you hear any news from seed banks, like discount codes or new strains or anything like that, that you want us to talk about before we move on to the main news next week, then yeah, drop them on Discord or something. That'll be cool. You know, let me know if you see anything. Anyway, for now, let's talk about
Beautiful.
Thailand. Then Margaret, let's go. Let's.
Oh,
This is
sure.
gonna be
Do it,
fun,
lady.
everybody. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
You know, because we're all very
Yeah.
good at pronouncing names here. Margaret's gonna do a great job.
Yeah. So let's do
Do it,
this.
lady.
Campaign Prime Minister. Thailand's new leader wins decisive vote, and we're going to find out why this is important. So the U.S. college graduate Anutin Charvirakal championed legalizing cannabis. Was the Thai
Let's
health
rate them all as we go. I'll say that one was
That
6
was
out of 10.
beautiful.
6 out of
That
10.
was all right, but was the Thai health minister during the COVID pandemic and flies emergency organs across country. Oh, that's okay.
Okay.
Nice little
Yeah.
detail.
Yeah, not random, you know.
Thailand has a new prime minister, Anutin Charnvirakal.
I'm gonna go
Char-
6 out of 10 again that time around.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Won a total of 311 votes, far exceeding the 247 required for the majority of the House of Representatives, 492 active members. He and his government are expected to take office in a few days after obtaining a formal appointment from King Maha Vajiralongkorn.
I love that.
Vajiralongkorn.
That was good. That was good.
I thought she was
Oh,
gonna stop.
shit.
I thought she got to Maha and she was just like, yeah, fuck it, I'm not even trying, and then
I
just
was
moves
too.
on, you know?
And then I thought I should not. I should just go for it. But
All
I
right,
may
good
not
job.
regret that decision
Good job.
moving
7 out of
forward.
10 there, Margaret. 7 out of
Yep.
10.
7. Okay. You guys are a tough crowd. He succeeds Paetongtarn Shinawatra, who was dismissed by court as prime minister last week after being found guilty of ethics violations over politically compromising phone call with neighboring Cambodia's Senate President Hun Sen.
Easy
Nailed it.
one.
Yep.
Smash that one. That 10 out of 10, that one, Margaret. That's perfect.
Thank you. Born to an influential politician and businessman, Anutin, 58, studied at an all-boys private school in Bangkok before he headed to university in the U.S. for an engineering degree. After working for his father's construction company, he entered politics as Deputy Minister of Public Health under previous Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra in 2004.
8 out of 10.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
He rose to the rank of health minister and was widely praised within the country for his handling of the COVID-19 pandemic and championing Thailand's legalization of cannabis in 2022. Political analyst Napan Jatsuripistatak. I know that one.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that was 4 out of 10 for that, Margaret. But I don't know. I think it should be 9 just because it was so hilarious. Jatsu pissed the track,
Right?
you know?
Holy.
Mr. Anutin and his party were a rare bridge spanning powerful family clans that dominate political politics in sections of the influential royalist conservative establishment. He's very much a pragmatic politician, cut from the same cloth as Thaksin Shinawatra. Outside of business and politics, Anutin's interests include collecting Buddhist amulets and recreational flying, which he sometimes uses to facilitate emergency organ donations.
I feel like this is some kind of fluff article.
Yeah, what?
I thought this was about, is he not? Didn't say a whole lot about cannabis in this article.
I think what they were getting at is that he was somebody who helped in 2022, and now he just got elected like this, put into place. So maybe it won't reverse. I don't know. Or maybe he's got.
Like, that's what I've been
pull.
hearing too. Is that the election of this new guy means the what they decided to make it not illegal anymore again, and now it's
Decriminalization.
It's probably going to remain legal, I guess.
Yeah, well, I would assume he'd do something to change it back. But haven't shops already closed down and shit? There's still a lot of business that's already been lost.
I don't think they've shut down yet, have they? It's slowed down. Like people going there is slowed down, I think, is what that article is about.
To our listening audience, we had 2 articles today, but the first one was behind a paywall, so it might have had a little bit more detail than this particular one. And also, for any Thai folks listening, my apologies for
I don't apologize. At least to get a shout out. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, we try. That's all we can do.
That's right.
That's right. I thought you did a great job of it, Margaret.
Well,
It was
thank you.
wonderful.
I did earn an 8 and a 10 out of 10. So that's not
Yeah,
too bad.
that one there, that Hun Sen, perfect.
Beautiful.
Perfect. But
Yeah.
that what was that Jet 2 piss taker one? That Jet 2 piss tack? Yeah. Wow.
All day.
You know, so do what the Chinese do, man, and make yourself an English name. That's what the Chinese do. Chinese got their Mandarin
do
name
that
and their
because-
English name.
That's because we're so shit at trying to like actually get their names right when you know them.
That's right. That's right. So, you know,
I don't
So,
know.
help
You
us
look
out a
at
little
how they
bit.
spell it. How the hell does some of those words represent what they're saying? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Well,
do you think it's
Mac,
just like the
you tell
phonetic
us.
sound? Oh no, I don't know about Taiwanese. I don't know,
No,
but
we
I
know
don't know.
Mandarin.
Any of them.
well, the Mandarin, the sounds is like each symbol is a sound. Each syllable is a symbol. Which
Okay.
is so. For example, when you say hello, it means you good. So you say ni hao because it's you good,
Oh,
and that's
interesting.
two symbols because it's two syllables. You know, so ni
Okay.
has one symbol, hao has another symbol. So they're symbols. But if you were write that in English, that's called pinyin, and it'll be sounded like English phonetically. So ni hao, ni, then hao is hoa, ni
Right,
hao.
so when you turn it into English characters,
Hmm.
we recognize. Don't they have like 80,000 characters or something like that?
No, nothing crazy. I think more like I'm not too sure about 16,000, but it's considerably less than like the English version. You know, if you wrote all the syllable sounds down in English, then there's shitloads more for the English language than there is for the Chinese.
Okay.
Random tangent. Yeah. So apparently, Chinese should be easier to learn because it's much simpler than English. But English has got so many words and so many meanings for the same thing. You know, it just makes it more poetic and more expressive with the English language.
That's right.
Yeah, it's beautiful. But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mhm.
there we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what's going on in Thailand. They've got a new president here, or prime minister. Yeah, it's prime minister is
Yeah.
the term that they
It's
use.
obviously cannabis friendly.
So
Yes.
maybe we'll be reporting in a couple of weeks that everything's been reversed and it's fine now. Cannabis is legal again
Yeah.
in Thailand.
And honestly,
We'll
he
find
sounds
out.
like a great guy. He does recreational flying, emergency organ donation deliveries. Like, I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
you know,
Maybe he's done it like once or twice.
It's questionable.
But
just amulets.
yeah.
Holy.
Yeah, he collects Buddhist amulets.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, good for him. Good for him. It sounds like a really cool guy.
Yeah.
Unless you
Oh.
get some of them haunted ones out of temples or something and start some curses around the place, you know.
Right,
Oh,
we don't need that
God.
right now.
No.
This timeline's
No.
already fucked.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, anyway, let's talk about this woman who turned to a life of crime to pay for her cannabis addiction hobby.
Dun, dun,
Dun,
dun.
dun, dun. This is from the Isle of Man Today. The name of this newspaper is. Haven't heard them before, but anyway, a woman in her 50s with no previous convictions found herself selling cannabis after turning to drug to self-medicate. Paula Marshall, 55, wound up in court after police raided her home in May this year. Officers found weighing scales, plastic bags, and £600. That's in money value. That's 600 quid, pounds sterling, in rolled up notes. They also discovered, rolled up notes. That's what makes the difference. If it was just flats in the wallet, no problem.
Right.
But rolled up notes, that's fucking dodgy. They also discovered, listen to this ridiculous amount of cannabis. It was a huge amount of cannabis, 55 grams.
Holy.
Oh my
I'm
God.
touching
Prison.
my pearls right now.
Degenerate. 1 gram for every year of her life. Crazy.
Oh my God.
55 grams of cannabis in her house and a further. Listen to this now. She's fucking out of control, this woman. Paula, you're out of control. You need a priest. It's crazy. She had 7.2 grams of cannabis in her car and 2 wraps ready to deal.
Oh my.
Oh my God.
Whole quarter.
Oh my God. The UK's falling apart, everybody. It's fucking falling apart. This lady,
Holy
she's running
shit.
around the streets with all this cannabis. You know? No wonder they're not arresting all the people stabbing each other. They're far too busy with these degenerates, these 55-gram carrying.
Middle-aged
Oof.
white ladies selling weed. Jeez, what's the
Yeah.
world coming to?
I just
Oh my God.
appreciate the police because we're just so much safer now. Thank you,
Mhm.
police officers. Marshall of Springfield Avenue, Douglas, previously admitted to possession of cannabis with intent to supply. Why would you do that?
Oh my God.
Why would you do that?
Shitty
Yeah.
I
lawyer?
don't know.
Well, probably didn't. They
Maybe.
probably arrested her, took her down the fucking station, and questioned her without there being some kind of legal presence. Now, just in case this ever happens to anybody, if you're carrying a ridiculous 55 grams of cannabis, or you have a quarter of an ounce in the car, right, and you get arrested, the police, unfortunately, are not your fucking friends. All right, and they'll try and say, "Do you want a cup of coffee, mate? Make a sandwich, mate. Oh, it's all right. We'll sort it out. Don't worry." Yeah. So what? Why was you carrying that? You're doing a drug deal, were you? Don't fucking say a fucking word to them. They are not
Yeah.
your fucking friends, man. This is not legal advice. I'm just saying, all right?
Generally good advice, though.
That's right.
Yes.
Shut the fuck
100%.
up. Remember to shut the fuck up, guys. They've been on the show a couple of times. And the best thing you can do is shut the fuck up. They are not your friends. They're just trying to get some kind of evidence against you to make their job easier. Say nothing until you have some kind of legal aid with you. Say nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. Give them your name.
Gross.
That's it. Anyway, sorry, gosh. But this degenerate, this Paula over here, Roger Kane, prosecuting, told the court police executed a search warrant at Marshall's home at 6:15 a.m. That's in the morning, 6 in the fucking
It's
morning.
so early, bro.
Oh, she hasn't
Gosh.
had coffee yet.
On May 10th, on discovering the drugs and paraphernalia, she was arrested. In total, 62.2 grams of cannabis was discovered. That's because they've searched the house and the car, 55
Right.
grams. Ridiculous. I was thinking they're
7.2.
55 ounces because that's still not really a lot, but they're going
No,
to
it's not.
fuck ridiculous. So these 62 grams of cannabis was discovered with the street value of around £320, which I feel as if they're full of shit.
A little bit.
When interviewed, Marshall said she was on benefits but gave no information on the drug and cash seized. Defense advocate Stephen Wood told the court his client had come into a difficult period in her life. He said, through her life, through her life, my client has not been in any bother, but in recent times there has been difficulties arise and the decline in her health. There was a desire to self-medicate, but that became expensive. This is a common problem that people have. You know, we have this legal cannabis medicine in the UK now, but you have to pay for it. There's already a cost of living crisis. People can't afford to fucking eat, never mind smoke. You know, so we have the NHS here in the UK, so we don't necessarily pay for healthcare at the point of use like that. And when we have prescriptions, we'll pay like £10 for it, and then you get medicine for a month. But if you're smoking, let's say, a quarter of cannabis every week, which is not a lot, then that's costing somebody an extra £200 a month. And that's it's not
$200 a month is not a small amount.
no,
That much
it's
to the
definitely
grow
not
your
expendable
own.
income, you know. Especially these people are ill as well, disabled, so usually on benefits because they need certain medicines they're not allowed to work while they're under the influence of. So yeah, it's bad times for these people, and then they have to go and pay this money as well. And a way which this woman could find her medicine and fund it was to sell a little bit on the fucking side to cover the costs. You know,
Right.
she shouldn't have to. That's the thing. She shouldn't fucking have to. You know. Anyway, there was a desire to self-medicate, but that became expensive. Mr. Wood suggested his client could be punished with high-level financial penalty, but this was dismissed by Deemster Graham Cook. Fair play to him. Deemster Cook told Marshall, "It saddens me that someone with your background should be in court." Absolutely. "But I have a public duty for this type of offending to follow the sentencing guidelines." He sentenced Marshall to 4 months in prison, suspended for 12 months. That's fucked.
What?
What
So
is that?
actually, she got 16 months and 12 of it was suspended. Is that what happened?
No,
Or what does
she
this
has
mean?
4 months, but it's suspended because there's no space in the prisons in the UK. They're all full.
Right.
right? So you're less likely to go to prison. But they're like, if you fuck up again, we'll send you to prison for 4 months plus whatever else you've done. So, but if she's so if she breaks the law within the next 12 months, she'll go to prison for 4 months.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
But right now
we're
she can go home for
postponing
now.
it for
Yeah,
12
yeah.
months.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. For all
Yeah,
of us
man.
US people here.
It's
to understand what that meant.
and that's the end of the story there. So
And Canadians, yeah.
55 grams, well, 62 grams because she had to queue in a car as well. But come on, man.
So that's like
That's
just over a couple ounces.
Ridiculous.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. And who's she hurting, honestly?
Ridiculous, man.
Like nobody.
Yeah,
It's a
nobody.
non-violent,
And how did they
harmless crime.
did somebody go to the cops and be like, "Hey, man, this
Must
lady
have
is
done.
selling me dime bags"?
Because they haven't said anything
And-
about why they were raiding her house in the first place.
Yeah, who tipped her
Right.
off?
It
Who
said
tipped
it
off the
said it had
girl?
a search warrant, but that was it. Like, what?
Well,
So I wonder if one of her, I don't know, some of those shitty neighbors, maybe. Who knows?
yep. There's plenty of them.
Mm,
Fucked, man. Poor woman. I don't think she was doing
Yeah.
anything wrong, you know?
yeah.
No,
I wonder if we
really
can get her
sorry.
on the show. Let's see if we can reach out to her. Macky and
Yeah, that'd be
post edit
interesting.
there. Try and contact Paula Marshall. See if we can get her on the show here. If anybody out there knows of Paula, tell her to get in touch. We'll get her on the show for an interview and find out what the fuck happened and who stitched her up and
Mhm.
shit. Bullshit. You know, she's doing nothing wrong. This woman's not a criminal. She's just trying to find a way to pay for medicine so she can feel better. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, it's ridiculous that she's been put into this situation in the first place. She shouldn't be there. She should be able to get access to the medicine that she chooses and what works for her without any legal consequences. And now just
Right.
trying to fund that shit, she gets like fucking, but never been in trouble for her whole fucking life, 55 years old. And now they say, yeah, 4 months. If you fuck up again, we'll send you to prison. For what? For what? I mean, I've got more than 55 grams of fucking tip leaf, just scraps.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah. So
Bad.
do they get a fine or anything? Do they?
Well, they
typically
didn't
get
fine her.
fines for
At
this
least
stuff?
they didn't
Okay.
fine her. But yeah, usually you would get fined something for this, a couple £100 at least. You know, but yeah, it didn't say that they fined her because if she's on benefits and she couldn't afford to pay for the medicine in the first place, what kind of optics is it if the court goes, oh, we're going to give you a £500 fine as well? It's like she can't
Oh,
afford it.
oh.
But she's gonna
Right.
go out and sell cocaine now instead. What the fuck? Ridiculous. Poor woman.
More
Poor
money in
woman.
cocaine, but
Yeah, there's
Okay.
yeah,
Tell us more, Margaret.
yeah. I've heard it's quite lucrative.
you know,
Mhm.
price of weed has bottomed out quite a bit. So more
Yep,
risk,
yep.
more reward. That's what they say.
I'm actually kind of surprised they gave her like a 320 pounds worth. Like, I can't believe they didn't say it was like 1,200 pounds worth of
Mhm, mhm.
62.2 grams. Like,
What are you saying, Billy? You want to
Yeah.
have a quick rant about this one? Because I'm sure you're fucking there twitching like these motherfuckers.
He's like-
It happens every time, though. If you get what I mean, the police pick on the fucking innocent people and just leave
Yeah.
everyone else to fucking
Yeah, the
go about
actual
their fucking
people,
gangstery
the actual
business.
people committing actual crimes.
Yeah,
They're out there tonight on the fucking streets, and this woman 55 sitting at home fucking crying because now she's got a criminal record and she don't know how she's going to afford a next batch of weed because she can't risk going out and doing it again because she gets sent to prison for 4 months. It's fucking disgusting,
Right.
man. It's disgusting.
Typical UK news, as far as I
Yeah,
was concerned.
Madness, man.
yes.
Disgusting.
Read.
Yeah, the shit you're reading in the news about the UK, everybody, it's real. It's true stories. This place is
Mhm.
fucked. What are we doing next? What should we talk about next? Should we talk about Switzerland, Billy? You want to have a chat about Switzerland?
Yeah, may as well.
us
Some
some
sort
good
of
news.
in a way. So basically, Switzerland's now launched a 3-month public consultation on an ambitious proposal to launch a fully regulated adult use cannabis market, taking a decisive step towards like becoming the first European country to do so. And when we say fully legal, we mean for recreational use.
Okay.
Yep. So while key policy aims to have been in the public domain since February, when the Swiss Health Committee first passed preliminary draft legislation that would enable citizens to legally grow, buy, and possess and consume cannabis. This represents the first time the full details of the text in the bill have been available to the public. So the public consultation phase officially starting on Friday the 29th of August, so just a few days ago. well, a week pretty much, isn't it? So now,
Mhm.
industry stakeholders, policy experts, medical professionals, and the general public will have until the 1st of December to offer their input on the proposals before it makes its way through like the Swiss Parliament and into law. So it's coming into law no matter what, but now they're just having consultations to tweak the laws, basically.
Okay. So this is a
So-
great step forward, it sounds like, right?
Well, yeah, especially because it's got a deadline as well, if you know what I mean, the public
Yeah.
consultation, which is December, which is quite soon. It's not like it's
Mhm.
going to be dragged out until next year and then go on for
Nice.
another long. So it's a short process because obviously they know if people are interested, they're going to get their information in and fast.
Mhm.
So, despite being one of the most forward-thinking and progressive cannabis reform projects in modern memory, the proposals such as the establishment of a single federally supervised online retail channel alongside the prohibition of vertical integration could yet see significant pushback, making the phase all more crucial. So basically, they don't really know what to do, and they're asking everyone, "What do we do?" Sort of thing. How do we really
Okay.
implement it? So, which is good. They're consulting people who have a lot more knowledge on the subject than what they do, which is good, really, because the public do have more information on how it should be implemented because it is for the public. So obviously they're
Mhm.
going to have better insights. So the new draft of the Swiss, it's called Swiss Can PG, spans everything from how cannabis should be packed, the details on what time of the day it can be sold. So if it's restricted, like to periods of time, sort of thing. That's quite weird, but still, and how it will be taxed. So, one core tenet in the bill influencing policy proposals for the 200-page document is the focus on non-profit principles, prioritizing harm reduction over commercial opportunity, which is good because they want to make sure that
Mhm.
there's not massive amounts of like profit being made to then obviously keep up the prices out of reach of the people that really need it as well. So,
Mhm.
well, it might be less ideal for operators hoping to cash in on the newly reformed market, but if they sell good quality weed, they're going to make good money.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Right.
because they're going to say it's not that expensive to produce, really, unless you make it very expensive. It
Mhm.
places its foundations and mechanisms which closely align with international law, effectively laying the groundwork with a solid justification and legalization on the global stage, which I'm not really sure what they mean there.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me.
I think everyone else should fit into their laws rather than them try and fit their laws into what's going on at the minute.
Mhm.
So, although because Switzerland is not an EU member, its participation in the Schengen zone means it should still respect the freedom movement of goods. So, which is a sticking point for the European states exploring adult use cannabis reform. So, so they're trying to build its framework squarely on the principle of harm reduction in Sweden, which is good, and that's it.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
So what we're saying, Switzerland is going to legalize?
Yeah. There's things like the sale cap of 5 grams total THC.
Yeah, that sucks.
So similar to how they are in Amsterdam.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Mm.
You scroll way
Um,
down, it says you can grow, they want to cap growing 3 flowering female plants at 3 with a self-supply product totaling up to 75 grams.
Oh yeah, it does say more, doesn't it? Yeah, it goes right
Yeah.
down
yeah.
there.
So that's what I was just going to start
It's
reading. So
ridiculous.
it's a bit
Just go.
awkward. But this is what the draft. So this is what
Right.
they want to
That's
then
why they're getting
people
the
to go. Yeah.
consultation.
So I like that they've got a draft and then you've got something to work from with the consultation. So a lot of people be saying, "Oh, another 5 gram isn't enough," and here's why. So hopefully that sort of stuff will change because they're going to be listening to really to how to make it. If they want harm reduction, then they need to listen to people. Otherwise, it's not going to create the harm reduction they need. So the import and export permit to be interesting, because obviously where they export it to other legal places, because in other places it isn't technically legal, is it yet? So
Mhm.
that will be interesting. At the minute, they want to restrict the sales between 10 and 6 a.m. 10 at night,
Right.
10 p.m. and
Okay.
6 a.m.
It's similar. They have something similar for alcohol here in the UK, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can
it
only
is.
buy
Yeah.
alcohol.
I think
Off-license
everywhere is like
sales.
that.
Yeah.
You need a special license for 24-hour license
Mhm,
sales and all of that, don't you? Off sales and all of that malarkey. So, also the sales it only be to adults with a Swiss citizenship.
No tourism.
So no tourism.
Yeah, that's
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
That's
in
a bit
public,
shit.
you can carry up to 5 grams total. So that ain't too bad. Or 15 grams of hash.
Okay.
So
Stupidness. What the fuck?
yeah.
yeah.
Why do they put
5 grams of
limits
weed,
on this shit?
15
you know?
grams of hash. That's kind of funny.
I thought I saw somewhere if you grow your own, you can carry 30 grams. Where did I just see that?
30 grams dry flour or 15 grams of hash.
Yeah.
Oh, so when they say 5 grams of total THC, that is probably means like if you've got cannabis that's 25% THC, then you can have 20 grams of it because 5% of that is right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm not really sure what they
Okay.
mean by that, but yeah, we go with whatever you say.
And that's why you can have 15 grams of
Hmm.
hash because that's a third THC, maybe.
Right.
Maybe. But
I see
the
what you're
cannabis
saying.
clubs will be allowed to operate under some sort of strict license and cultivation and things. So that obviously, I think that be hashed out.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So they've got product categories like smoking, vaping, oral. So obviously what you eat and snuff and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So the novel food categories, obviously you have vapes and that. So it's interesting that they've laid out standardized packaging as well.
Yeah, they've like really
So-
thought of quite a lot of this, haven't they? They've covered all the angles here.
Yeah.
Advertising as well banned entirely. I agree with that as well. I agree with that you shouldn't be allowed to advertise.
Mm.
Because if your product's good enough in the cannabis industry, then everyone's
right.
going to know.
Speak for
Right.
yourself.
Word of
then.
mouth. You
Word
know?
of mouth. It's like, well, that's how it's operated for the past thousands
Ever.
of years.
That's right.
Yeah. So it's
You don't
like,
see
well, it
any
ain't gonna
Ferrari
change,
ads
is it?
out there, do you? What is it? One of their companies,
Exactly.
Ferraris and
Yeah.
Lamborghinis. They don't have
Mhm.
ads because their buyers ain't sitting around watching TV.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's right though, isn't it? Some
Yeah.
stuff you just don't need to advertise. So yeah, basically, but that's about it. But they want public health targets and things like that which they want. Which is good. They're laying out what they want to do, and then for people to discuss and have a public consultation. So
Yeah,
That's
man.
cool.
So it's step in the
Yeah.
right
Cool.
direction for sure.
I kind of
Yeah,
can't believe
exactly.
that they shut off the whole tourism thing, but I wonder if they're doing that just to keep everybody, like, be in everybody's good graces that
To make
are
sure you don't
not
go like
legalized around there.
Thailand, you know.
Mhm.
yeah, and plus they don't want too many people coming in and causing like cartel issues and all
Right,
that. you know what I
right.
mean?
Mhm,
So but they know the rest of Europe is a bit fucked right now. So it's like we
Yeah.
don't want to invite that in. We don't
Opens
mind
up
helping out their own
opens up a nice
people.
black market for the people who live there. It's like, yeah, I'll go get your
Mhm.
weed from the shop. I want an extra €10 for picking up for you. Know what I mean? Can you go in there and get me a free 5, mate? It's like, yeah, that's gonna be £40. It's like, it's only £20 in there. It's like, yeah, but you can't get it. You know what I mean? People take
Oh
advantage.
boy.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Got that
Allegedly.
one. I got that
Yeah.
one somewhere.
Allegedly.
Beautiful. Beautiful. It's
There
so
we go.
professional now. Oh, fucking
Yeah.
soundboard and shit.
Allegedly.
Good luck to the Swiss there. We will keep an eye on this and, you know,
Yeah, for sure.
let you know what's going on, everybody,
Well,
so you can maybe get a
1st of
holiday.
December we know, won't we? Because that's
Yeah,
when
it's
the
not even that
trial
long
ends,
away.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice. Another domino in Europe falls. Good to see.
Nice.
Good to see. What we're saying about the massive 2 shits then, John? What the fuck is going on over here?
Everybody just relax, okay? Massachusetts is crazy. Just kidding. So from Cannabis Business Times is where we're getting this. Massachusetts AG approves ballot petition to end a $1.6 billion adult use cannabis market.
That's just fucking crazy to see them kind of numbers like
End
that. And
it?
like, yeah, we're trying to stop this. Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, like what are we talking about here? That's mental, if you ask me.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah. So no state citizenry has backtracked on cannabis legalization after a licensed and regulated program was implemented, but prohibitionists are hoping to offer Massachusetts voters the opportunity. Massachusetts Attorney General Andrew Joy Campbell certified 2 versions of a 2026 ballot initiative petition on September 3rd that intends to repeal state laws governing the Commonwealth's commercial adult use cannabis marketplace, including licensed cultivation and dispensary operations. In other words, the petition would undo the cannabis legalization measure that Massachusetts voters passed with a 54% majority in the 2016 election. That's more than half. By halting an industry that has produced more than 8.3 billion, people with a B, in retail revenue, nearly 900 million in excise tax revenue, and roughly 540 million in sales tax revenue.
Fuck. That's a shitload of money. So $900 million in excise tax.
Yep, that's
And then
crazy.
another
That's going into, like,
540.
That's going into the state, right? So the state can use that for schools, roads, pipes for water.
Yep.
900 million. They're going to turn their nose down at that. This woman, allegedly, I'm just saying this is my own speculation.
Yeah.
She got a fucking fat envelope for this.
Oh my God. Like, it doesn't make any sense that you sit there and go, look at all the money this is bringing in for our state to be able to help people, help our communities, keep our roads good, all these things. But no, let's just get rid of that. We don't like that. What are we talking about, man?
Plus the money that would have to be spent to enforce this bullshit again. How many billions is that gonna be?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
It's stupid. But it doesn't say anything yet about medical, so they must be thinking of keeping that. Let's read more, see what happens here. So anyways, back to it. The 540 million in sales tax revenue since the dispensary sales launch in December 2018, according to the state's Cannabis Control Commission. Furthermore, Massachusetts licensed cannabis market supports 27,000 some jobs, according to industry hiring platforms. So we're just going to get rid of those people's jobs too while we're at it.
Who are also paying income tax. That's more
exactly.
taxes.
Oh my God.
See what I'm saying about this envelope? See what I'm saying? This must have been an envelope, bro.
Yes. Yeah.
Or one of those, we've got pictures of you and the pig. One of them.
Mm-hmm.
We will release the pictures of you and the pig if you don't.
We haven't brought up the pig in a while.
Pig's always at the back of the mind there.
That's right.
Allegedly.
The petition, any act to restore a sensible marijuana policy, that's the name of it, is driven by Carolina Cunningham, a political consultant, campaign manager, and professional fundraiser who aligns with the prohibitionist group Smart Approaches to Marijuana. Cunningham and her fellow proponents of the petition can now start gathering the 74,574 signatures of registered voters they'll need to submit to the Secretary of the Commonwealth by December 3rd, 2025 to work toward qualifying for the ballot. That's a lot of signatures to collect by December 3rd, man. I don't think so. Like, I hope it just... We got 20.
What do people think about weed in Massachusetts?
I don't know, I guess. I don't know anybody from there.
Yeah, what's the population?
It's been legal for a while. It's been legal for a while in there.
Yeah, I don't know what the population is. I mean, do we need to Google this?
I'm on it.
Okay.
Population of Massachusetts.
Because, fun fact, the founder of Ardent, the decarboxylator infusion device thing, is based in Boston.
Okay.
Well, the estimated population of Massachusetts at 7.1 million people.
Jesus.
So, yeah, that's 1 in 1,000 people they need to get signed up there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It doesn't seem like a lot of people.
I don't think
1
that's
in
gonna
1,000.
happen.
Maybe they have to reach everybody for that. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
God, I don't think it'll happen. I don't think they'll find 74,000 people to sign it unless when they go out getting the signatures, it's like they've lied, they've twisted the words to come from
Right.
a specific perspective to make people agree with it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, shall we ban these books? And then they banned them, but the real reason why they banned them is because it's got sexual content that shouldn't be available for children. So it's just banned in schools. You know, just wording it a certain way to make it seem as if it's much worse than it actually is. They'll do the same
Right.
kind of thing with this. You know what I mean? Anyway, yeah.
A little rant there. It's okay. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We'll get more into signatures right here. Once those signatures are verified, the Massachusetts 2026 legislature reserves the right to consider the proposal. If lawmakers don't act on it by May 6, 2026, the proponents would need to gather another 12,429 signatures by July 1st, 2026 to qualify.
Okay, no.
for the
Just like, oh, you didn't get
proposal.
it this time. We'll give you another chance.
Yeah, are you kidding me? It's so stupid. We were too busy, everybody. We couldn't get to it. And then that would be proposed in November of 2026. I applaud the civic engagement of our residents who filed a record-breaking 47 ballot initiative petition this year. Campbell said on September 3rd, my office reviews each petition according to the strict criteria outlined in Article 48 of our state constitution. Our personal opinions and any constitutional considerations outside of Article 48 cannot weigh into our decision-making about certification of a petition. I mean, it does, regardless, but whatever. While Cunningham aims to eradicate Massachusetts' taxed and regulated adult use market, version A of her certified petition would also subject the state's medical cannabis market to new potency limitations, including a 30% THC cap on flower and a 60% THC limit on concentrates, which I think everywhere is kind of like that. Do you guys have a cap, Margaret?
On THC, like, no.
In flower or anything, really?
No.
Okay. Probably just more on like...
Just edibles, of course.
Yeah. Okay. In addition, it would prohibit concentrated forms of medical cannabis that fail to provide a metered delivery serving of 5 milligrams of THC with no more than 20 metered doses, 100 milligrams per package. Meanwhile, version B of the petition does not include these potency and dosage requirements. Both versions continue the state's medical cannabis program and are otherwise identical. So they're proposing both of these or what to people? Like, here, do you want to sign for this one or this one? Is that what they're doing?
What they'll do. Yeah, and they'll mix them together at the end. That is crooked. It's crooked.
Yeah.
And Massachusetts, that's a blue state, right? Like heavily blue. It's a solid blue state. So these are run by Democrats. It's unusual to see them talking in this kind of fashion.
Yeah.
Usually they're quite pro-cannabis if there's any... Not really pro-cannabis, but, not as against it as the red states would be, for example,
Yeah.
It's mental to me. Yeah. We got a little bit left. Let's figure out what else they got to say. Also under the proposal, it says possessing up to 1 ounce of cannabis or 5 grams of concentrate would be decriminalized for those 21 and older, as would gifting these amounts between adults. Possessing between 1 ounce and 2 ounces of cannabis would subject individuals to civil penalty of $100 and product forfeiture while those younger than 21 would also have to complete a drug awareness program and community service. Suck it.
Wow, man.
Yeah. The proposal would provide certain protections for those who possess less than 2 ounces of cannabis, such as access to student financial aid, public housing, or financial assistance, such as unemployment benefits, the right to operate a motor vehicle, or to serve as a foster or adoptive parent. Wow. Cannabis use also would not disqualify a person from a needed medical procedure. So it's just saying that if you have under 2 ounces, these things aren't going to be affected, basically, right? Yeah, primarily the petition will drive adult use cannabis consumers out of the licensed, tested, and taxed marketplace, right to the dark market. In the absence of the adult use commercial operators, 91% of Massachusetts regulated cannabis market would cease to exist. 91%. Are you kidding me, dude? What?
It wouldn't cease to exist. Well, I suppose the regulated cannabis market would cease to exist, but that 91% is going to exist just
Oh,
somewhere
yeah.
else.
But here's how they're going to fix it. Here's how they're saying it can be fixed. So the proposed law would allow currently licensed adult recreational marijuana businesses to apply on an expedited basis to become a licensed medical marijuana dispensary and to sell the remaining inventory of adult recreational marijuana to medical marijuana dispensaries. Like,
Fucking hell.
okay, so what you're saying is you're going to take all those people and turn those into medical dispensaries also. So now you've completely flooded it, the medical side of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, that's not optimal.
This whole thing's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Put the genie back in the bottle, okay? Just
Right,
leave it alone. There's
right.
probably bigger things to worry about in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Right now.
And if it passed by the voters, it wouldn't become effective until January 1st of 2028. So
What?
there's that.
So dumb.
3 years. 3 years it takes. Like, what are we talking about?
Wow.
Oh my God, man. Well, I mean, I'm sorry, Massachusetts, that this is in the works or something.
Yeah, and it
Well,
seems as if they've... sorry, Margaret.
They got to get 75,000 signatures
Yeah.
first. So let's
Don't
see.
sign the petition.
Yeah, don't do it. Everybody out there in
Okay.
Massachusetts, if you're still listening after we butchered the name of your state so many times, we apologize. We're just joking. But go and tell people, make sure people are aware of this. Like, don't sign this shit. But I don't know
Right.
what they're going to do. Stand on the streets and be like, can you sign this? How are they going to get these petitions? Yeah, I
Door
don't
to
know,
door,
man.
baby.
Yeah, maybe. And then they can just be, nobody's in. So this person said yes. You know what I mean? Dodgy
Mhm.
as fuck. Are they going to send letters out to all the people? I don't trust it at all. There's something.
Yeah.
Who would want to turn down that kind of industry that brings that much money into the state over this many years? It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I'm just skeptical to think that this is going to be legit at all. That they shouldn't get the signatures, but they probably will, and it probably be by an overwhelming majority. They'll fucking fix
Yeah,
it up
right.
somehow. You know what I mean? Sign
Yeah,
this petition and get a special treat over here. You get a Greg sausage roll or something, whatever you guys have over there. You know, a little treat for signing the thing. Take part in this questionnaire. Fucking, they'll fix it.
Yeah.
You know how they are. You know how they are. I don't need to
Yeah.
explain. This won't be done fairly. It won't be done legally. Allegedly.
That's
Thank
right.
you. Thank you, random guest
You're welcome.
voice in the background.
Mhm.
Yes. Interesting. Good luck, Massachusetts. I hope I'm saying it wrong every time now, ain't I? Fuck. But yeah. Good luck.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's all we can
That's
say.
that.
Yeah. So what's
Yeah,
this one? More deterrent to have children here, allegedly, because if you're pregnant, you can't smoke weed. You know, so who wants to get
Oh, yeah.
pregnant? You know, what are we saying, Margaret? What's going on here?
Prenatal cannabis exposure delays reproductive development in offspring. I don't really know what that means.
I
but
don't
we'll
know.
find out.
It's like the size of their genitals will be smaller because
Your
Maybe.
kid.
their reproductive
Other-
organs didn't
Other
develop
baby
properly.
boomers?
Dun, dun, dun.
Let's find out, shall we?
Let's find out instead of coming up with random conclusions. Fucking hell.
Cannabis use by mothers during pregnancy and while nursing may disrupt and slow the reproductive development of their daughters and even granddaughters, a new Washington State University study suggests. The research, published in the Journal of Toxicological Sciences, found female mice this is a mouse study. Okay.
Son of a
Female
bitch.
mice exposed to cannabis while pregnant and nursing gave birth to smaller offspring that experienced delayed puberty and irregular reproductive cycles. The strongest effects appeared in the first generation, with signs diminishing in later generations. Our study was specifically designed to gain a better understanding of the long-term consequences of cannabis use by pregnant and nursing mothers on reproductive function and how it might affect subsequent generations, said Kanako Hayashi, a professor in the
Well done.
Thank you.
Nailed it. 10 out of 10 that time. Fucking
I was gonna
hell.
wait for the rating, but I was just like, it was too good. I'm just going.
That's right. I didn't want to interrupt the flow. That's the thing. It's just perfect.
Mhm.
Sometimes the magic just happens.
That's right.
In the WFU College of Veterinary Medicine's Center for Reproductive Biology, who led the study, While many people think cannabis is safe to use while pregnant or nursing, our data and other studies suggest otherwise. According to the mice that they're studying, let's not
That's
forget
right.
that they're
The
well,
mice had to
mice
fill in
and
one of them
humans.
questionnaires like Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cannabis, which is now legal in 24 states and Washington, D.C., and maybe soon to be 23, we're not really sure, is the most
Right.
widely used recreational drug in the United States, with more than 48 million people reporting use in the past year.
Wow.
Them some good numbers.
That's some good numbers. The
Mm-hmm.
American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists advises against using cannabis during pregnancy and breastfeeding, citing links to low birth weight, impaired brain development, and other risks. But national surveys show use has risen among pregnant people in recent years, spiking to as high as 25% during the COVID-19 pandemic. Nearly 70% of women also said they believe cannabis poses little or no risk during pregnancy, even as cannabis products have become more potent, according to a study published in the American Journal of Obstetrics and Gynecology. To mirror human use, Hayashi and her team exposed female mice to vaporized cannabis extract twice daily, from the start of pregnancy until their offspring were weaned at 21 days old.
Wow.
Then they tracked outcomes across 3 generations.
You know, in
The
21 days, it's just ridiculous how they would even like when they said delayed puberty, for example.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
in
The lifespan of a fucking mouse, fine, the cannabis might still be in the offspring's system after 21 days, for example, when they're weaned off. But when
Right.
they're looking at fucking 10 to 13 years old in a human, there's not really going to be much cannabis left from the mother at that point, is there? So is that going to delay puberty in the same way? Are they trying to say that it's going to alter people's DNA if they're exposed to cannabis
I don't know if they're
pre-birth?
saying that. They're saying
But
it's going to
but
change
it
DNA.
must be something like that. Otherwise, because you know the whole time length, the time period of a mice's gestation period, and then when it's weaning off from the mother's milk, and then its life cycle after that, a maximum of 2 years.
Right.
It's just not. I don't know how they can compare it in any way to the longevity of a human child going
No,
from
it's
birth
completely
to
different.
teen. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I also
But-
question: are they like hotboxing these little bastards too, or like what's
yeah,
happening
true,
here?
true.
Like,
Probably.
right? Because you know, you
Probably.
think of, well, right, but like, how much are they actually ingesting? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? In that 2 times a day? Because I mean, if you're super just hammering it to them, of course, and that's not the same thing as most people smoke. You know what I mean?
Marcus Paris in the chat asks, and I think I'm correct here, but you know, check anyway. But he says, "Do mice have an endocannabinoid system?" And apparently, anything with a backbone has endocannabinoid
Almost
system.
all
So
mammals have
any
an
vertebrae,
endocannabinoid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my understanding too. But,
crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
well, there's a bit more.
Sorry,
So the
Margaret.
researchers found cannabis exposure had no effect on the mother's pregnancies, as gestational length, litter size, and survival rates were all normal. The first generation litters which were directly exposed in the womb during nursing, however, were born smaller, reached puberty later, and experienced disrupted reproductive cycles. Although they eventually grew to a normal adult size as adults, their early delays were clear signs of disrupted development. The effects were much milder for second generation females, which were daughters of the first litters, and this generation still had some irregular cycles with fewer and longer cycles than normal, but they were otherwise healthy and able to get pregnant, carry litters, and give birth without issues. By the third generation, the differences had disappeared. The females grew and developed normally, had regular cycles, and showed no reproductive problems comparing within the control group. Our conclusion is that prenatal cannabis exposure directly affects early development, Hayashi said. Those effects are clear in the first generation, but became limited and much less severe in later generations. Cannabis can make people feel relaxed and relieve stress, which is why some may use it during pregnancy or nursing, she continued, but it's important to consider how those choices may affect children and even grandchildren. The study found no evidence that cannabis exposure during pregnancy includes preterm birth or stillbirth, although Hayashi noted some women who use cannabis during pregnancy may be more likely to take other substances. In
What the
this
hell does that mean?
Yeah,
they're
and it's the
saying
same.
gateway drug.
Coke? Meth?
Yeah.
What?
Alcohol?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. In this study, we only looked at cannabis exposure, but the realistic situation is pregnant women who take cannabis, some probably drink and smoke. Some might take cocaine. Literal words.
Whoa, calm down.
Some
Fucking
might
hell.
take cocaine. Who the fuck do they think these
That's
women
a
are? Anyway?
that's a hell of an assumption.
No, it's
right?
probably ladies from Essex or something like that. I think that might be the case.
Some might take cocaine and other drugs, Hayashi said, and we don't know how those combinations might affect reproductive development. Hayashi's lab is now studying how cannabis exposure influences male fertility and reproductive development. Early findings suggest male offspring may experience more severe reproductive effects.
Wow.
Well, fuck. I'd say
I think it's bullshit.
to the ladies listening, if you want to get pregnant, just talk to your doctor about it and fuck these studies.
Don't talk to the doctor. Fuck it. They don't know shit. They don't know shit.
Well, I
Sorry.
think most women, when they're like a lot of women, just
Right.
don't take anything.
Let me tell you a little secret here, right? Not really a secret, but my wife, when she was pregnant with my son, we both consumed so much fucking cannabis. We were hardcore smokers throughout that period of our lives, and we don't smoke much now, but we did then. And I don't know any 11-year-old kid who is anywhere near as smart as what my kid is. Nowhere near.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, well-
was that the cannabis? I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe, but it's
potential, you know.
I would like to see
possibly.
that study. I would like to see that study. That's what I'd like to see. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? They can just say whatever they want. Even if it went the opposite way, they'll find some way to twist it up to make it negative about cannabis because they don't want us to think that cannabis is the miracle substance that it actually is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a real stretch too, though. To be like, if they're smoking weed, they might be doing blow.
Yeah.
Because
This
that's
ain't
what
the
all pregnant
80s.
women want to do.
Yeah.
What?
I said this ain't the 80s. Damn.
I know.
You know, I think these 80s Florida. What's wrong with you?
You're right.
Holy.
We'll update it to 2025. They might be doing ketamine. Like, I don't know.
Just rub a little bit on your gums there. You'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. Jesus. But yeah, that's too much. I wouldn't say
Some
cannabis.
nuts.
I wouldn't say cocaine is a good idea. But cannabis,
No.
it's. I mean, one of the worst things of pregnant. And I'm sure you know this, Margaret, because you're a lady and you have children who. So, which means you've been pregnant, and
have, right, yes.
stress is a big thing. So
Mhm.
if you can just relieve that little bit of stress. Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm not telling people what to do. It's probably best not to have this shit. But if you need to relax and de-stress, and cannabis is your usual option, then maybe that's the position you should go for. Like Margaret said, you should probably check with the doctor. In my opinion,
Yeah, that's
fuck
what
the
I'm
doctor.
saying.
But you know,
Mhm.
Margaret's probably right. I'm just the fucking
I
knob.
will say for disclosure too, I smoked weed during my first pregnancy up until, because I was a pretty heavy smoker at the time as well, until about 5 months when I could feel the baby kicking, and I was just like, oh fuck, this is actually happening. So I quit.
and be honest, Margaret, the first
Yeah.
one's the smartest one, right?
Neither of them listen to this show, so you know.
So yes.
They're both.
Can-
You don't have to
man.
say anything, Margaret. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
They're
that.
both very smart.
That's right.
but the
You
oldest
love
one
them all the same. You
does
know.
love to read a lot.
Okay.
And, I always see reading as a sign of intelligence. So there you go.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
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 So there we go, everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're a mouse and you're pregnant, don't consume cannabis. It might make your kid's dick small or something. I don't know.
Right.
But there we go. That's all we have for the news here. And as we said earlier with the Barney's Farm thing as well, don't forget about that. If you're looking for some seeds, everybody, then you get that 40% off that lemon tree. Grow that fucking lemon tree.
Whoa.
You'll regret it when it's
Stocking
gone.
up, Macky? You stocking up on the lemon tree?
See, I'm lucky enough to not have to. I mean, I wouldn't have to buy the beans. I could be like, yo, Mark, will you send me some of them fucking... Actually, I'll message him tomorrow when I'm doing this edit, because he's going to be running a competition over on Percy's this week as well. I have to message him tomorrow and get things finalised. Spoiler alert, everybody. But yeah, I'll be like, send me some of them fucking lemon trees. So I send them out to people. He won't mind, man. Mark sent us loads of shit in the past. Good guy. You know?
Nice.
So yeah, maybe I
Nice.
should try and get some for a competition or something. Because that lemon tree, motherfuckers, that was a good strain.
Maybe
That was-
somebody should take some and do a preservation of them.
Yeah, or make more.
That's
You
what I
know,
mean.
You grow them out a bit, do some F1s, F2s, F3s, get it to F5. We discussed that in the grow guides, but yeah, make me some proper fucking lemon tree seeds.
I wonder if he's
We'd be
got
happy.
male and female, like just reg seeds.
Well, we've got some from Woody. Woody did that shit with the lemon tree. He converted it into seed. So we do have, I don't know, like a few hundred seeds maybe. I don't know, of the lemon tree. We have plenty. So
nice.
you know, but they're not the Barney's Farm ones. They're gonna be similar. It's the same shit, but you know, it's not the batch Barney's
Oh, so
Farm
these
ones.
okay. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, man. So keep an eye over on Percy's this week and keep an eye out for that competition from Barney's. And if you're looking for seeds right now, then why not head to Barney's Farm to that fucking the discontinued page? 40% off the beans there, man, which is plenty. And then also with the Percy's Grow Room code after that for an extra 25%, and that's for US and UK as well, because we sorted that out, didn't we, John, for the US guys?
Yes, we did.
So, yeah, man, order your beans, but we get over there, get that lemon tree. But some news here as well. He did some what's it called? The some promotions. Some promotions.
Brain fart.
Over on Percy's this week, because I was trying to operate the thing as well. But just a quick shout here to the people because you know, you join the forum and you're a green member known as a forum member, and some people stick around, some people don't, and those who stick around get promoted and go through different tiers of the forum. And we want to just congratulate some of these people who've been promoted this week. We've got Lobby Lobster, Jamie Scott, Red Eye, John R. Lewis, Stash Snugs Moore, OBX Bud, Sparky Dave, and Cornerstone, who have been promoted to known users. So they're not just regular forum members anymore. They are known.
Good job,
People
everybody.
know who they are.
Nice.
Yeah, so congratulations to those guys. Then we had some bump up from known users to respected users as well. We got Josh82, Irish Grower 420, and Zindi Warrior. Those guys went up to respected users. Congratulations to those. We got Woolly Back and Cookie Grow, who have gone up to veterans over at the forum. That means they've been there for many, many years, got many posts, been around for so long. Most members think that they've always been there, you know. So they are the veteran members. So congratulations to Woolly and Cookie Grow as well. And then just one more. We have, once you reach a certain level in the forum and you know quite a lot about growing and you're able to help people out and know what you're talking about, then you can be in the High Council. And we don't have many High Council members. It's a difficult rank to get to because we want to make sure that the people with this rank know their shit. So if they comment on your thread and be like, do this, probably a good idea to listen to them and know what the fuck they're saying. So just a shout out to Shonuff there, who got made up to the High Council as well. So congratulations to him. Yeah, man.
Good job. Congrats, everybody.
That's right. Nice. And thank you to everybody. You know, all the people who've been promoted and those who haven't been promoted as well. The forum thrives on having the members over there posting, supporting each other, offering encouragement. That's what we'd like to have over at the forum. So, you know, thank you to everybody for being part of it. We appreciate all of you, you know, so thank you. Yeah, so that's the forum news. Any other forum news?
I don't.
That's
think
it, right?
So.
No. Yeah.
What is Viking saying here about a vaporizer? What is he talking about?
Jet to holiday?
I don't know. Jet to holiday? Maybe.
No, something about a recall for a very popular.
Oh yeah. There's that's another good one there, Viking. We should put that out. Where the fuck was that shit? It's in the forum somewhere. But Ariza have had some issues. Was it in the general discussion section? Let me just have a quick check there. I think it might be in general discussions.
Oh no, the solo dose?
Yeah, within a specific date, within the last couple of months. Oh. If you've purchased an Ariza vaporizer, it seems as if there's been some problem with the batteries. Yeah, I can't find the thread, Viking. If you want to post the...
Mine's an older one.
Yeah.
So I should be good.
But yeah, I did link it up there for a couple of days as well. But it goes so fast. The forum gets so many posts and so many topics put in so quickly. You lose things pretty quick. But yeah, it's over there on the forum, everybody. But just be aware. Check out if you have an Ariza product that you bought in the last few months. Check over on their website and check what's going on, because they're recalling some products because of a potential dodgy battery or something. All right, so get on that shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Sorry, Margaret?
That's good to know.
Yes. What are you saying about Bite Me? Any news for you this week?
Not really, no.
Sounds like a no. Right.
Just listen to the show.
Sweet then.
Subscribe to the YouTube.
Yes. That's right. Bite Me podcast. Right?
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah. Do it, lady. Let's go to the this smoke break. I'm not a mod, bro. Who said that? I'm not
Improper
a
weed
mod,
making.
bro. I hate anyone lose a hand or anything. Are you not? Is Viking not a mod on YouTube? Viking not a mod on YouTube. There we go. Just doubled up there. Why not? What the fuck? There we go. Standard
You
moderator.
better calm down. I'll put you in timeout.
There you go, Viking. There you go. You're a mod now. You're a mod. Yeah, fucking Jet 2 Holidays. There you go. Moderate that one from Firetop. Jesus, man. What's wrong with you, bro? Jesus.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, been real busy over at the forum this week. I've noticed lots of people there posting and just generally enjoying the site. Good to see. Nice, everybody. Nice. Keep visiting and all that. We got the Grow Guides coming up in a bit, but of course, going to take a quick break. Have a drink and a smoke.
Smoke break.
Yes. Well, you got Billy. What you got this week, man? What you got to smoke?
I'm smoking the Seedsman GMO from the grow off thing.
Oh, no way.
Oh, okay.
So you've finished yours already? Your diary's done?
Yeah, it's quite earthy. Almost. I haven't finished the smoke report part yet.
Right. That's it. They'll all be coming to an end soon, won't they?
Now I gotta go look and see if my riser is gonna blow up in
I thought you said you had it for a while.
I
He's
haven't had it
afraid.
for a while, but he said July of last year. I can't
Oh.
remember when I got the damn thing. I've only had it for like a year.
Oh.
Savage.
It's-
Just
I'm
taking a
checking.
drawer at a distance now because you don't want it to blow up in your face,
Yes.
I'm sure it won't. I'm
Okay.
just, they're just probably just being cautious because they have to.
Yeah.
But I hope everything's all good with them.
Oh, mine's from December. I've only had mine
Yes.
since December.
Ariza Solo 11 model 6280788000836. Bad battery. Fumi Bowl.
You think I can read that shit on the bottom?
Oh. Yeah, but maybe not. Yeah, don't use
That
it,
does
John.
not. That
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
match
DC
what's on the
Smee said
bottom
don't
of
use it.
mine.
Shout out to DC Smee as well, right? This motherfucker DC Smee, it was like we want to watch the old school
Popping
Twilight
off.
Zones. You know those old school 1959 Twilight Zones, Rod Sterling, the shit, black and white, classic TV shows, man. Yeah, he's set up a OneDrive, so if anybody wants to, if you're a known member or something, we don't random people contact us, be like, I'll have it. But if we know who you are and you want to download these original Twilight Zones, give us a shout because DC Smee has made a OneDrive where we can download that shit from. And I've watched, how many? Maybe fucking six. Let's say 6 episodes I've watched so far of the original season, man. Yeah, cool as fuck. And we're coming up to number 8 in just a couple of episodes, which is the classic Time Enough at Last. Because there's some episodes which are okay. So some are, I wouldn't say bad, but not as good as the others. And then some are just iconic, that just stand out as classic pieces of cinema for all this time. And one of those is the Time Enough at Last. Gosh, what a good episode. Epic.
This is
Yeah,
epic.
you all seen that one, Time Enough at Last? Do you know what I'm saying? Have you heard of it?
I'd have to see it again. It's been so long, man.
Yeah, there's
Crazy.
It's a really good one. Mad Dog said, "Can I get a birthday shout out?" No.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
shit.
Of course, bro. Happy birthday, man. Everybody smoke. Mad
Happy
Dog's birthday.
birthday.
Mad Dog's been around for so long. Oh, he's like one of the original listeners of the show, and he's been around for many, many years. So of course he can have a fucking shout out, man. Congratulations, Mad Dog. Fucking, I'm gonna fire up this mighty so I can consume some of this cannabis with you. Everybody, get ready. Roll
That's right.
something. We've got 4 minutes until 4:20, and then we're gonna smoke on behalf of our friend Mad
Word.
Dog. There,
Hold on. Let
everybody.
me pull
I'm
this
saying,
out here.
Get your shit.
How old is the old cunt though?
Yeah, how old are you there,
Mad
Mad Dog?
You're a man. We're allowed to ask.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we
That's
think
right.
you're a man. You may identify in other.
That's
men,
very true,
shapes,
Billy.
and
How
forms.
dare you, Billy? How dare you just assume his gender? How dare
Assuming.
they just assume their gender like that?
48. Welcome to the big 4-8.
Wow.
I'm with you, bro.
Yeah.
Congratulations, bro.
That's
It's
right.
a good
That's
age.
right.
Good age. I've heard.
Margaret, what do you have today? What are you sipping on, smoking on, eating? What's happening?
I had, well, I have some mango haze, but I also had some of my benevolent bakery confetti cake.
Okay. Okay.
Nice.
She's loving it, everybody.
Beautiful.
It's very good.
Yeah, I've got the mighty here. I just wish I could remember what was in it. Because it's delicious and it just smells so nice, man. God damn.
I got some fresh ATM crossed with DTF.
Oh man, random tangent. I was sterilizing some grain the other day for a particular hobby that I have involving mushrooms. Right?
Okay.
And I got this nice pressure cooker and shit. It's just sitting there waiting for an hour because you need to boil grain at 15 psi in a pressure cooker for about 90 minutes, preferably 2 hours, to make sure that it kills all the bacteria and mold spores and shit, right? And then mine's like an hour through, and it just goes pop and psss, and fucking the safety valve on it melted and just exploded. Well, not exploded. I wouldn't say exploded, but just just started to piss out all the steam and all the pressure. So my pressure cooker's fucking broken, man.
Man,
I'm not going to be able to sterilize grain anymore till I get a new one. And the new ones, they only go to like 11 psi. It's hard to find one which goes to 15. And you need it to go to 15. Fuck, man.
okay. I mean, is this bro science or like, is there actual science behind it that it's got to go to 15?
Yeah, it's got to
What are
go
we
to
talking?
15 to kill off them specific bacterias, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can do it for longer at 11, but it still might do everything, you know? Nicholas Haggy in the chat says, I just buy pre-sterilized grain. I used to do that, but then everything used to get contaminated until I started doing my own shit in the pressure cooker. Haven't had contamination at the jar stage at all while I've been doing it myself. But before I was doing it myself, I was getting contamination all the time. So I just don't trust them companies to do it well, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, so I have to get a new pressure cooker. That's the way it goes. But I got that pressure cooker for free as well. That's the thing. It was just randomly the universe was working in my favor, and I was just like, "Oh, I want to grow some fucking mushrooms. What do I need?" And he's like, "Oh, you need a pressure cooker." I was like, "Oh, fuck! I don't know if I can get one of them." Next day, looking on Facebook Marketplace, like, "Here's a load of shit outside my house I'm getting rid of. If you want any, come and collect it." And I look, and there's a fucking pressure cooker there. I'm like, "Oh shit! There's a pressure cooker there. I'm gonna go get that. How far away is it? 20 seconds from my house."
Like around the corner.
Fucking ridiculously close. I'm like, oh my god, this is the universe. I went there, got that pressure cooker, and I've had it for like 2 years, and now it's exploded. Not exploded, just yeah. Don't drive to get it, Macky. Don't drive to get what? The pressure cooker? Yeah, I drove to get it, even though it's 20 seconds away. Had to be fast, bro. Had to be fast. You can't walk the streets in the UK anymore. It's dangerous. Gosh.
Pushing your son out of the way to get out the door. Fuck out of my way.
Get out of the way. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he's taking the piss out of the car. Yeah, your car made it. Yeah, it fucking made it. Fuck. Man, it was funny as well. Last week I went to the tip. We go to the tip. Everybody's 420 now. Let's smoke. Once again, wish our friend Mad Dog happy birthday, bro. Happy birthday. We got an air horn noise, John. You got that? Got that?
I'm trying. Oh,
There you go.
There you go.
I don't know what happened.
Happy birthday. Yeah. Happy birthday, Mad Dog. Congratulations, bro.
That's right.
Yeah, so I was at the tip, right? And these motherfuckers got to the tip and got a dishwasher in the back, getting rid of a dishwasher. And then I pull up to the thing and the guy's like, yeah, mate, what you got? Because you have to tell him what you got. So he tells you where to go. I'm like, just some household rubbish in a dishwasher. And he's like, all right, household rubbish number 4, but we can't take the dishwasher. You have to get rid of that somewhere else. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you got to take it to a different site. But they won't let me go to a different site because I live closest to this one. So that's the one I have to go to. I can't go to another one. They'd be like, no, use your local facility. Blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, fuck these guys. I'm just going to get rid of the dishwasher here anyway. I'm going to put it over there with washing machines. All right. So I threw away all the shit at number 4, then drove to the next bit where the washing machines were, pulled up the car, opened the boot, drag out the fucking dishwasher, nobody's looking, I just leave it there, close the boot, get back in the car, I'm like, fuck yeah, that's done, got rid of the dishwasher, right? Go to start the car, it goes click, 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 click. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean click, 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 click? What the fuck is that motherfucking thing? Battery died, battery dead, And I'm here, I'm fucking the dishwasher just sitting there. I'm not supposed to fucking get rid of it there, and it's just sitting at the back of my car now. I'm like, oh fucking shit. But anyway, some
Mackie
guy had
just
one
runs.
of those. You know what I mean?
Leave the
Just
car.
run, leave the car behind. Somebody stole it. You know.
Oh shit.
But some guy had
Oh,
one of
shit.
those jump cable things, and he was able
Yeah.
to jump the car right there and drive it home. But well, I didn't drive it home. I drove it to the fucking car parts shop, left it running outside, bought a new battery, drove it home, and changed it to the new battery. So now it's fine.
Boom.
But fuck. And then the next week, you've got to go drive it up to Manchester. There's like 2 hours drive, so I want the car to be in good condition. Fucking back tire goes flat. Have to buy a new
God.
fucking tire, and it's the
Damn
goddamn
it.
man. God damn it, man.
Oh, you've been having the problems, car problems.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, yeah,
Sorry to hear
it
that.
sucks.
because there are always. It never happens at a good time.
No, well, it happened at the tip, as I said. Fuck.
Stupid.
Oof,
Stupid.
that might be good.
Careful,
Ooh.
careful, buddy.
Oof, Jesus. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
I've got something to moan at too. Actually.
Oh, let's
Okay.
go, Billy. What
Go,
you got?
Billy.
Let's go.
On a bottle, I see something called coastal plastic. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
So that's like reclaimed plastic. It is. So it's like recycled. So the bottle has been made from recycled plastic, but's been made from what they call coastal plastic. Do you know what coastal plastic is? Anything.
Is that like one of them bottles and it had a letter in it from a pirate or something? Being like,
Yeah,
"Arr,
I think so.
they
Yeah,
sent me
it
treasure
should be that.
buried. Arr." Yeah.
Anything found within 31 miles of the coast.
What?
Yeah.
Holy,
yeah.
what? Okay.
How the fuck is something 30 miles inland coastal?
That's
That's
pretty
what
much
they
anywhere
say.
in the UK, really, isn't it?
Yeah, they're basically
Yeah, like
that's
what?
they say. Like,
Jesus.
I'd go maybe 4 miles, maybe 5 miles in, like that'd be classed as coastal because it's still along the coast. But like 31
fucked,
miles.
I mean, if you have hurricanes
Fucking
and tidal
taking the
waves and
piss.
shit, like,
It's
Bro,
just
this
a
is
way
England.
of
We
them
don't have
saying.
those.
It's just a way of them selling their products and all this is coastal
Oh, yeah.
plastic to make them sound fucking good, like
Yeah.
31
Mhm.
miles.
As
Like,
usual, they
fuck
just
off.
sound like they're doing something. They're not actually doing anything.
Yeah, exactly. That's the
Right.
fucking problem. They want to sound like they're doing something when instead
Yeah.
of just making it out of hemp or bamboo. It's like, no, mate, we just say we found it.
Jesus.
Bullshit.
Maybe I don't want to use it now.
Oh.
Maybe I only
Yeah.
want fresh plastic. Maybe I don't want
Yeah,
recycled
exactly.
Yeah.
plastic. How about that?
Yeah.
That's
Only
right.
fresh.
That's right.
Uh,
I'll worry about what plastic I'm using when Taylor Swift stops fucking flying that plane everywhere. How does that fucking sound? Huh?
yeah.
That's right.
When they stop
what do you
injecting it in
got
their
against
face.
Taylor Swift.
Oh, she's all right,
Listen.
really. Them fucking tunes are catchier than I want them to be, Margaret. I tell you that. You know?
You probably do it more
Let's
than I do.
that's got to go into the thread there, Macky.
Oh yeah,
Taylor
one of them
Swift
Taylor
song?
Swift
There you
songs.
go.
You know? What's that fucking that? It's me.
Trouble,
Hi,
trouble, trouble.
I'm the problem. It's me. You know that one? I fucking love that song. You know,
What?
if the
Sounds
kids
like
and the
she's
missus said in the
throwing out. What
car,
are you talking
the
about?
music's up on that. I'm jamming to that tune. That's my shit. It's my shit. Yeah, true.
Oh.
Yeah.
She does have a lot of good
Oh.
songs, so we'll have to give her credit.
That, but you don't make
Oh.
billions making music if you ain't good at it. It's not like it's shit music. You just don't like it. That's the way it is, man.
Yeah,
Otherwise, it
basically,
wouldn't make
that's
so
what it
much
is.
money.
I just
That was the
don't
same
like
thing.
it.
Yeah, the same thing with all that whole Justin Bieber shit. Justin Bieber's fuck. I think, nah, mate, that's not for me. But you know that one tune he made about my mama don't like you and she likes everyone. Great line, great hook. You know, it's a good tune.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like
Okay.
his music. But you know, it's probably good to some people.
Mhm.
Some shit I listen to, which people think is fucking dreadful, but it's like, no, man, this is epic. But each to their own. Each to their own. Like some people like that shit. What's that fucking Tool? Nah, man, not for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
You're a tool if you like tool.
You know what I mean?
Oh my.
You know what I'm saying, Viking? You know what I'm saying? That's for you, that is, Viking. Fucking Tool. Fucking. Anyway,
Oh my god.
does anybody need to grab a drink or anything before we go on to the grow guys?
I think I
here?
got one. I think I'm good right now.
Margaret?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yes.
Yes,
Macky, a
Justin
broken-
Bieber is Canadian. Thank you for asking.
He is.
That's
He is.
right.
Yeah.
Macky likes Limp Bizkit. I don't, man. It's like that kind of music, right? when it starts to get to the point where it just sounds like a stroppy teenager screaming, and you're like, you need to just calm the fuck down a little bit, bro. When they're like, it's like, bro, what are you doing? Calm the fuck down.
Have they made any new music since like 1997?
Limp Bizkit? No, but he's
Oh.
touring the shit out of everywhere right now.
Yeah.
All the fucking old bands are doing that now because people are willing to pay money for it, and they pay big money for it. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Just like, fuck. I listened to that in like high school. I have evolved quite a bit since then.
Oh yeah, yeah. I feel that way about Oasis. I used to love Oasis when I was young.
Oh yeah, they're
But
touring
God,
right
now I mean,
Going
some
out.
tunes are good, but damn, yeah. I kind of because then I experienced real music like Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, you know, all the good shit, the real shit, and it was like, oh right, this Oasis don't really match up to this kind of fuckery, does it? Let's go.
Mhm.
I wonder what Limp Bizkit's tribute band could be called, eh?
Let's not do it, Billy. Let's not do it. I don't know where you're going with that. I can tell by the
Yeah.
tone of your voice.
Oh boy.
But anyway, before we go,
DCC Smee knows.
that's right.
Yeah.
But just before we
Yeah.
move on, there, man, we need to do a watch session sometime in the Zoom where we watch what's it called, Dark Side of the Wizard of Oz. You know when you get Pink Floyd
Okay.
and the Wizard of Oz put together, the Dark Side of
Yep.
the Moon album, start them at the same time and do that. There's YouTube videos about it. It's supposed to be good. We should do that sometime.
Okay.
But anyway, we have business to attend to. We should discuss the Crow Guides. You ready for that?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Back to it then.
That was a perfect sentence.
I know, right?
Very mature there, John. Beautifully
Yes.
timed. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a few things we're going to be talking about today, right? Like last week was good because we had all those listener mail questions, but we want to get to a few of these questions that we want to cover as well this time. But we do have listener mail later on in the show as usual. We're back to the usual shit now. But this question here is an important one. It gets asked quite a lot, really. Is what's the best way to store cannabis after harvest? Now, this is it's one of those. It depends on who you are, what you want to do. You know, everybody has their own methods here. Some people swear against plastic. Some people love it. You know, some people just do it in big jars, small jars. You just have to figure out what's good for you here. It's pretty easy, but first you want to cure it. Make sure the curing's done first. You know, it's dried, it goes into jars, and when it's in the jars, and you say glass jars, this might be plastic tubs, it might be bags. It goes into airtight containers. That's the important thing, because once it's in those airtight containers, the moisture when you've dried. Let's go back a step, right? So you've dried the cannabis. I want to make sure people understand fully, right?
Moist.
So you've dried the cannabis, and so it snaps off the branches. But the thing is, them buds, they might feel dry on the outside, but there's moisture on the inside of those buds that are still trapped in there. All right? So the inside is more wet than the outside is. So the outside of the bud dries quicker than the inside of the bud. So you're going to put it in some airtight containers, because then what's going to happen is the moisture on the inside of the bud is going to disperse evenly throughout the rest of the bud until it gets to the outside, and then that's going to evaporate off into the air. So it's just a slow release of moisture. And when you got it in an airtight jar, that's what takes place. And you're going to take the lid off like once a day or something to let the moisture out of the air inside the jar for a minute or two. Then you seal it back up and let that process continue to take place. And over a week or two, more and more moisture would evaporate from the buds. And this is just a slow process of curing. So that needs to be done in the airtight jars. And that's different to storing it long term, because once it's properly cured, once that moisture is out of it and it's at a decent level, and this is usually between 55 and 58%. No, was it 58 and 62 room humidity for your jars, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, so if you want to store it for longer term, go for 62. But if you want to use it soon, 58's fine. And you can put little moisture detector in your jars and shit, or your bags or your tubs, whatever you're using. So you want to make sure that curing is done first. So once the curing is done, then you're looking at storing your cannabis after harvest. And this is what I want to focus on here, is storing the actual cannabis for a long period of time, 6 months, a year or something like that. That's what we're looking for here. So, make sure the drying and curing is done properly. Make sure you're using airtight containers. Now, that just depends on your own personal preference. The jars can be expensive, and it depends. If you're looking at harvesting fucking 20 ounces of cannabis, right, you're going to need a good 10 jars for this shit. And them jars, they're not cheap. know what I'm saying?
No.
That shit adds
No.
up, man.
No, they've actually glass has gotten really expensive. That's what you're talking about.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
the proper kilner jars and shit like that, or airtight jars, man. You're looking sometimes $5 a piece for a liter one. It's
You
crazy.
just gotta buy like, I don't know, pasta sauce and glass jars in there. There you
Mhm.
go.
Yeah.
You just make sure it's cleaned out properly. As long as it's airtight,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
you're gonna be fine. But and over time you can buy these jars because they are obviously reusable. So say you get 2 or 3 every harvest, then you're gonna gather some up over time, and that's cool. Then you don't
Oh yeah.
spend a shitload of money. But on your first grow, if you're getting the 20 to 25 ounces, then you're looking at quite a few jars there. You're spending 40, 50 quid on containers for your weed, which can be expensive, but that's the preferred way. A glass jar, airtight glass jar is fucking great. Kilner jars, and then you just burp them, just open them up, let some of the moisture out now and again, and that will be fine. But I personally, I like plastic tubs, man. And people think I'm crazy. Like, oh, you store it in plastic? It's like, this shit I know is airtight. With the glass jars, sometimes rubber can get worn. They're expensive. You can't stack them with each other, so they take up a lot of storage space when you're not using them. All these different things. But when you use plastic tubs, man, it seals up so fucking nice. Lets nothing out. And they just work well for me. I prefer to store my cannabis in plastic tubs because I know for it. What were you saying, John? How do you store your cannabis?
I use like the Turplock bags.
Oh, like growth bags?
Yeah, like grow bags. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. I have a couple different versions, but I use them as soon as I'm done trimming my plant. I put them into that.
Okay. So what? So when it's wet, it's going into the growth bags.
Well, I usually test mine before I take it down to trim it. So I'll go up like days before,
Right.
cut a bud, trim it up, and put it in a jar with a hygrometer and check it. So mine's pretty much ready right away. But I keep an eye on it though too, right? Like I don't vacuum seal them. I just put it in them, Ziploc them shut, and then I check on them every once in a while to make sure that there's no fluctuation in the humidity.
I've done that before as well. I've had vacuum bags, just fucking stick an ounce of weed in a bag and then vacuum seal it. And yeah, that works, but
that's like the
plastic just
90s,
works well
man.
for me. Yeah. Back in the day. But what do you do, Margaret? How do you store your cannabis long term?
I use glass jars usually.
Glass jars for you too, yeah.
Yeah.
You have a lot of them?
Yeah, over the years I've collected all kinds of glass jars. All different shapes and sizes.
Yeah, as long as it fits weed in it.
Yeah.
And it's airtight,
Yep.
And of course, make sure it's clean so it doesn't have any residual smell. And that goes for plastic as well. Because sometimes when you buy plastic brand new, it can smell a little bit chemically. So give them a good clean, let them air out a bit before you use them straight for cannabis.
Those are the
Otherwise,
forever chemicals, Macky.
they're doing everything anyway.
Microplastics, it's in everything. We're all gonna die.
Yeah,
That
damn,
part is true.
John. You got energetic there.
It
Ah,
is. Sorry,
you got
sorry.
strong feelings about this.
I'm okay now, everybody.
What are you saying, Billy? How do you store your weed? Because I know you got lots of different kinds of weed as well. So what's your method?
In brown bags. Simple as that.
In the old paper sacks, eh?
So you don't use
Yeah.
glass jars, airtight container at all, just straight up brown bags.
No, they don't really last long enough to get into brown glass jars. The glass jars would be long-term storage, but no, it's no long-term storage.
Okay.
Right.
Bag
Okay.
to
Yeah.
grinder to. So once it's dry, I have a bag full of dry stuff, and the other ones what are in bags, which is like semi-dry, drying. And by the time I finish the dry one, then the other one behind it is just dry enough for me to smoke, and then I'm on that sort of cycle.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Chilbert just mentioned in the chat there. Shout out to Chilbert. What's up, bro? But growth bags.
Yeah.
And growth bags are
Yeah,
something that
yeah.
I never considered before. Like, why would you want to put your weed in a bag and store it? That sounds crazy. But then I actually used some, and grow bags do the job really fucking nicely. But
Yeah.
you can store about an ounce in them, and they're like £5-6 a piece. So, again, quite
Listen,
expensive.
buddy.
Oh, when did the recording stop?
What?
I don't know.
Who's pushing buttons?
Yeah, damn it,
Insufficient
Macky.
disk space?
I have like quarter pound, half pound, and 1 pound bags, bro.
Damn, where did the recording stop? Hold on for a second.
Down in
think-
summer, everybody relax.
Billy Bonds' request recorded. Yeah, I'll approve Billy Bonds. Yeah, I think it's because after downloading all them Twilight Zones, I think I had space.
I think you've run out of space. I've got a separate hard drive as well.
So,
Terabytes. So
yeah, so have I.
Yeah,
So have I
okay.
just
Damn it, man!
wow.
Now you gotta
Hold
go.
on. I'll record again.
And
Here we
move.
go.
You're gonna start all over?
Okay.
No.
yeah,
No, it
miss
wouldn't
from
be.
the beginning.
I did that the other day. I recorded an episode and realized I didn't hit record.
I can't believe we ran out of space.
Oh,
It didn't use that
no.
much space.
I
Oh my
know.
Recording in
gosh.
progress.
Why is he saying that still? What the fuck? I'm gonna have to.
It's the
delete
Twilight
some
Zone, buddy.
shit. This is
It
your
is.
fault,
Recording
Smee.
now.
Smee, goddammit.
This is Smee's fault. Let me get rid of
Technical
some of these. Yeah, I'm gonna
difficulties.
give me a
Please
second.
stand by.
Yeah, please stand by. Jesus, this is absolutely Smee's fault. You're out of control, Smee. I'm gonna get rid of that many. There we go.
Just talk amongst yourselves.
All right, yeah.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
let's try again. I'll
Okay.
record now.
Do it.
Yes, I'm recording now. Okay,
Yes.
let's-
Me, Smeghead.
Yeah, gosh, Smee, what the
Back
fuck
to it
did you
then.
do, bro? What the fuck? Yeah, back to it, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, so growth bags, man, they are better than I expected them to be. But they're like £5-6 a piece, so it depends on how much money you want to spend on this shit as well. Glass jars is the number one way to go, right? And you want to store them in a nice, cool, dark place. Yeah, you want to make sure inside the jars as well, between 58 and 62% humidity. You can put little, but there's Boveda packs you can get, which will store them certain humidity. That can help. But I find it might
I use those.
like taint the fucking flavor. Do you get any problems with the flavor tainting like that?
No, I don't.
No.
Mm-mm.
Right. No, I would just thought because it's something in the jar, but probably not, you know. And then, yeah, between 15 and 20 degrees C, cooler if you can, somewhere cool and dark. And yeah, you should be able to store your weed for at least a year. If it's once it's properly cured and you're storing it in the jars, you should be able to store it for at least a year. You can just open it now and again to let some of the old air out, let fresh stuff in, and you'll be fine, man.
The one thing I like about the bags is you don't have to do the whole burping process when you're curing.
Yeah. Them grow bags are good for that.
Yeah.
Once it's, and I don't know, it does turn out to be good cannabis afterwards as well.
Oh yeah, I've done side by side tests and I couldn't tell the difference. Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So there we go with the whole long-term storage here. The important thing is make sure it's cured properly first. Once it's properly cured, you put it in the airtight jars, and you can store it for 6 to 12 months easily, and it just gets better over time, man. It turns into some high-quality shit. But growth bags are a good option as well, because they'll let the moisture in if it's too humid, and they'll keep it when it gets to the right level. That kind of does the shit itself, so they're good too. Just make sure you're properly dried and cured first, and then they go into these kind of containers before they're left in a cool, dark place for however long you need it to be. It's easy. The problem is, the difficult thing is actually making your weed last long enough so you do actually consider it as long-term storage. I mean,
Yeah, that
So let's go-
is a fact.
let's go to this next question here. I think this is for you, John. We're talking about
Yeah.
CO2. You ever use CO2?
No, I haven't, but we're going to talk a little bit about it. Not too much because I don't know that much about it. I
Nobody
have thought
does.
about trying it though. However, I don't have a sealed room really. But here we go. So, how do you safely use CO2 in a grow room, and is it worth it for home growers? I hear lots of people talk about this actually. So, CO2 enrichment is most effective in a sealed grow room with high light intensity LEDs or HPS above 600 watt. And so, I don't know. Yeah, like over anything over like 1,000 or 1,200 ppms is what people say you should be. Is when you need CO2, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you've heard? Yeah. So
Yeah.
normal air is around 400 ppms, and cannabis thrives at 1,000 to 1,200 ppms during flowering when conditions are optimal. So that's on a normal time with that ppm, right? CO2. What? Go ahead.
But it's just when things are optimal, so that's like temperatures are correct. He's getting
Yeah,
shitloads of
everything's-
lights being fed properly. So,
Yeah.
we've said this before when it comes to CO2 for a home grower. Make sure everything else is dialed into perfection first, and then you might want to add this on. But it's just too difficult to work with, in my opinion. Sorry, carry on, John.
Okay. CO2 should only be used if your environment is already dialed in. Temp, humidity, light, and airflow must be perfect. Otherwise, like Macky was saying, it's not probably going to work out that great. Safety. CO2 is a asphyxiant. Okay, that's a big word for me. Asphyxiant. Too much could be dangerous for humans. Wow, that was crazy. Always use a CO2 monitor if running tanks or burners, which are the two ways really that people do it. I've seen people use those like little CO2 bags also, right? Like the mushroom bags.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about trying it, but I'm like, again, I don't really use a sealed tent, so I don't think it's going to work for me, but, so yeah, again, for small tents, it's often not worth it. Much better to focus on ventilation, lighting, and healthy plants. Just let her grow, baby. Take care of your plant. You're going to get it good anyways. Home growers can experiment with CO2 bags, which is the mycelium based, for a cheap, low risk boost, but results are limited compared to tanks. And a little tip, only add CO2 during lights on, because plants don't use the CO2 in the dark.
Yep.
So I don't know, man. Like,
no, don't do it. Simple. The best way for you to introduce CO2 into your grow room is grow weed in your bedroom. And then when you're asleep and the lights are on, because you got the lights on overnight time, but obviously you got in your tent with your blackout curtain and shit, so you're not getting disturbed by the lights. But that CO2 is going to be pulled in from you breathing it out and pulled into the tent, passed through the plants and pulled out the top. But just a bag on the inside, these mycelium bags and things like that, if you got good extraction, 3 times a minute, the air inside your grow tent is being pulled out and sent somewhere else. 3 times a minute. That's how are you supposed to hold CO2 in there? So unless you got the sealed environment, like John said there, where the tent is sealed and what's being extracted is being pulled back in and pushed through again, because we're just going round and round, which is just going to encourage temperatures to rise and mold to form. So you don't want to do that either. So you really don't need the CO2 shit, man. It's unnecessary. Don't make much of a difference. Makes things more complicated than necessary. And if you can just sleep in the room, then that's going to introduce plenty of CO2. Just do it like that, in my opinion.
Yep. I agree too. Like I don't think you really need it. It's not necessary, in my opinion. Go in and talk to your plants. You'll have more CO2. Hang out in there with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's going to do the same thing, especially if you're ventilating, exhausting so much. Like it's, that's
You've done this before, Margaret? Any opinion on CO2?
Nah, that sounds like way too much of a bother.
That's right.
Is it supposed to give you better yields? Like, what's really?
Yeah, better yield, essentially.
Yeah.
It makes the plant use up light more efficiently as well. So if you're using a really powerful light, your plants are going to consume like a certain ppfd, the amount of light it's going to consume within a day that's useful to it, and then it will stop. And it will start to get sleepy. You see the leaves get droopy. That's when the nighttime kicks in, because it's used up enough of the light. But if you're giving it CO2, if you supplement the CO2, then it can go for longer. It can absorb more ppfd from the light, so it can have more hours and be happier and still make all the food it needs. But and that's why people would use it, is because you can push the plants harder. But it's just not necessary in a home grow setting. And then there's the whole shit with the recycling air and things like that as well. It just becomes a big issue. And just what you're going to increase your yield by a percentage or two, maybe 5%. What's that going to be? A couple of fucking grams or something? It's just not worth it at home grower stage. Right. But if you're mass producing,
it's kind of spendy too. Yeah. Like to buy the setup to do it right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, this
just
seems
not
like
worth
like
it.
If you're doing it in a commercial grow,
it
might make sense, but I don't know.
Yeah, just not worth it.
Why don't complicate things, people? Keep it simple.
Keep it simple indeed. That's the way to do it. So yeah, anybody who's a home grower thinking about CO2 thing, stop thinking about it. It's not worth it. Forget about it. Move on. It's not worth the effort. But what can you say?
Perfect.
Yeah, Billy, you used CO2 before?
Nah, no point.
Yeah, it's just no point. Yeah. So there we go, everybody. That seems to be a collective fuck CO2.
Yep.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't waste your time.
I mean, unless you're making beer, then you're going to need CO2.
Oh
but,
yeah. And another thing, if you're growing mushrooms anyway, which are producing CO2, then yeah, put that in your tent. Why the fuck not at that stage?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because but don't go out spending money trying specifically to introduce CO2 to your tent. It's not going to work out the way you want it to work out. Yeah. So just keep things simple. Keep it simple, stupid, as they say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're talking about defoliation next.
Mm-hmm.
Billy, that's you, all right? You want to talk about defoliation? Do you do any trimming on your plants?
I do a little bit, yeah. Mostly sort of like at the end of veg and stuff, really. I choose to do it. So the pros and cons, really, is, well, the pros, it obviously improves the light penetration to the lower buds, but that depends if you're doing scrog and all that as well. So obviously it won't make a difference there because you're scrogging. So, but better airflow as well is the main reason for doing it as well. Reducing the mold and pest risks as well. Also, obviously, it helps redistribute any energy to the bud growing sites and stuff like that. Because if you've got no shit at the bottom for it to put its energy into growing, then it's just gonna put all its energy into growing what you want. So basically, the cons, which is obviously it's stressful for the plant. So if you do too much, then it can really slow growth then as well and affect the plant quite a lot. If you take too many leaves off, then obviously photosynthesis won't happen properly as well. So, which is an issue, obviously, because that's how it eats and turns all to its lovely sugary goodness. Plus, not all strains love it as well. Sativas particularly can be a bit bitchy sometimes about it. Depends on when you do it as well. Yeah, totally. The best time to do it for sure is late veg, right? So just before you flip to flower, clean up your plant, and then flip to flower and go. You can do it in early flower, but you want to make sure all the stretch is finished and it's properly growing little flowery plants. So, and then again, you don't want to do too much because you're disturbing the plant and it's got to recover after that. So I say the best time to do it personally is what I found, how I've grown, is at the end of veg, and then leave it 5-10 a few days to recover.
What do you mean by the end of veg? Are you seeing flowers there, or are you just
no? So
12,
just
12?
Before flip.
Before you flip it to 12-12.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at the end of your veg stage, your flower, you defoliate to what you want it to be, and then leave it 2 days or 5 days, 10 days, depending on what you want to do, and then whack it into flower after that. So that's my preferred method anyway.
Right. Yeah, man. I go a bit crazy when I do defoliation, man.
Yeah, some people do, like you. Yep.
I take a shitload off the plants, and I only really do a big defoliation as well, like it says here, in like a 3 weeks after flip, when I know that the veg stage is properly over and the stretch is over as well. So I'm seeing proper pom-poms start to grow in the plant. I can see what's going to turn into proper bud, what's going to catch light easily. You get a good idea of the structure of the plant. So then I just start fucking ripping off anything that isn't going to be good. Any branch usually gets 2 or 3 nodes at the good end, and then anything below that gets stripped off, depending on how much light is being caught. Yeah, and I strip 2/3 of the plant off easily when I do the defoliation, but I tend to only do it once. You know, because I've done it before. I've done it in veg before, and then I've seen the smallest little stems at the bottom of the plant that should have turned into nothing, should have just been shit, turn into main buds, man. So I decided after seeing that, and I've seen it more than once, to just leave it, let the plant decide what's going to be good and what's going to be bad, and then when I know where the flowers are going to grow, after the flowering kicks in, I take off all the shit that isn't going to be good flower, because I hate chewing popcorn buds. I just take it all off.
Fuck those things.
But that's how I roll. And it works well for me. Sometimes I do look back, and I've mentioned it before on the show, and I look at the pile of, the bucket of leaf is lying there like, ooh, maybe I went a bit too fucking far here. But it never does. The plants just are like, oh yeah, thanks for the haircut. Let's carry on. The plants always love it, man. That's the way it goes.
Yeah.
What are you saying, Margaret? You trim a lot? You do a lot of defoliation?
Yeah, I do some for sure. I'm always just like, oh, should I be doing this or not? But I just
Hmm.
do it. They're pretty resilient.
Yeah,
Nice.
crazy resilient.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They can take a lot, man.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, we.
But I do always have that thought, like, am I trimming too much here or what? But
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
usually okay. I've
never had a
killed
plant
anyone
die.
doing it.
Yeah,
No, not from trimming. Like, never. I've never had a plant die
Yeah.
from that.
no, I've never had a plant die. Once the seed goes, never had a plant die. That's a good ratio. All right. Well, killed them
Yeah.
at the end because you have to.
Yes.
You know.
I've killed some before the end just cause. Bugs.
It's just because fuck you
Fucking things.
too much space being taken up. Oh my god, I've had
Oh
that
man.
before.
I've had to get rid of a bunch. Like, here, just 2 weeks. 2 weeks? Hold on, I got one for that one.
Yeah, go on, do it, John.
somewhere. Where is it? 2 weeks. Bam. I wasn't prepared to say that. And it was like a 5-gallon bucket. I trimmed up like a few plants that were getting a little out of control in my veg tent. I had to, otherwise they just, they were everywhere, man.
I just remember back in the day, because I usually grown a 4x4, and I was new to growing. I was like, I'm gonna fit 5 in here. I'm gonna do 5. And the forum I was a member of back then was like, nah, don't do 5. 4's good. I'm like, nah, it'd be cool. Don't worry. I got this. 5's gonna be fucking cool. And I had to kill one, to start a flower because there just wasn't room for it. And it's better to grow the 4. And this is what I found out, it's better to grow the 4 because they'll fill the space properly than grow the 5 and have everything just crammed against each other, uncomfortably growing into each other,
They'll choke themselves out, man. Crazy.
Yeah. Too many plants in the room can make a big difference as well. But defoliation helps, man. Taking off a shitload of leaf that isn't going to leaf and bud that isn't going to turn into anything good. Defoliation is important. Indoor, if it's outdoors, leave that fucking thing to do its thing. No need to take anything off. Leave it. Nature knows.
Unless
But if you're indoors, unless it's in a greenhouse, But a greenhouse has got a door in it, so I consider that indoors.
There you go.
But outdoors, just let it do its thing. There's not really any need to defoliate there unless airflow is a problem. All right. So what do you do with defoliation, John? Did you mention?
Pretty much the same. Well, I'm kind of a mix, I guess. I do a late veg right before I flip to flower. Usually give it a good week, and then I wait until 3 weeks after flip usually, and then that's mainly just lollipopping at that point.
Yeah.
Get rid of the lower stuff, or sometimes you'll get some center stems, that are just, they're not going to make it to the top or whatnot. Just get rid of them. But yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, easy to do. Don't be shy, everybody.
Yeah,
your plants will appreciate it. You just, I think we do have an episode on defoliation, don't we? I think we have an episode.
Yeah, I think we went over that. Yeah.
Yeah, when to do it, how to do it. Yeah, we definitely do. Yeah, but do it at the right time. I think that's the most important thing: is do it at the right time.
Yeah.
If you flip to flower and start seeing them plants stretching, and you start trimming shit off, they're going to continue to stretch and stretch and stretch. You're going to be fucked. So either do it before you flip to flower or after you flip to flower, but once you see flowers starting to grow, and not just pre-flowers, you want to see proper pom-poms growing, Before then, and you're looking at getting a stretchy plant, which you don't want.
Yeah.
But so next up, we're talking about fucking nutrient lockout. This is for you, Margaret. You want to talk about nutrient lockout?
Yeah, so how do you prevent and fix nutrient lockout if that's what's happening to you? So that's what happens when plants can't absorb the food, even if it's in the medium, and that's often due to pH imbalances or salt buildup. And so what you might see on your plants is yellowing, spotting, deficiencies that don't respond to feeding. I think I've experienced all those things. You can prevent it by making sure you keep your pH in the correct range, not overfeeding it. So let the medium dry a little bit between waterings and flush occasionally with plain water to prevent the salt buildup. And to fix it, you can take the approach of flushing with 2 to 3 times the pot size in water. Then give a light balanced feed. If you're in hydro, replace the reservoir with fresh nutrient solution at the correct pH. And you can also try adding beneficial microbes to improve the nutrient uptake. And keep an eye on your EC ppm levels. If you're in hydro cocoa, it's the best way to catch your issues before they become too serious.
You ran through that so quickly, but that's about it.
Yeah. Good job, Margaret.
Professional.
You know, gosh, here we are talking 10 minutes about shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, nutrient lockout is a pain in the ass, man. And we've said many times on all the shows which we've done nutrient deficiencies and shit about. Then we talk about the pH level, and it doesn't matter if there's stuff available in the medium. If the pH is off, the plant's not going to eat properly. So depending on what medium you're in, you need to make sure you have it at the correct pH. That's the cause of most of the problems. When you see problems in plants because of nutrients, say 80% of the time, it's down to the whole pH lockout thing. So make sure the pH is correct, and then after that, if there's still issues after the pH has been addressed, then it's down to nutrients. After that, how much nutrients you're putting in. Sometimes it's not enough, sometimes it's too much, and it's come to the point where the roots are blocked. They can't even absorb the fucking nutrients anymore because you put too much shit in it. So then that's what the salt buildup is, like Margaret mentioned there, is where there's so many salts in the medium, but it's blocked the roots, and the roots can't even do anything. So you have to flush out the fucking soil or the cocoa, whatever you're growing in. I hate you done them flushes before, Margaret? You done them massive flushes with the 2 to 3 times the pot size? You done that?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Pain in the ass, isn't it?
It is a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Especially in cocoa. I suppose it would be the same principle for soil as well, because you water that shit, then all the runoff comes, then you got to get rid of the runoff, come back again, do it again, runoff, get rid of it next, and just keep going round and round. And oh my god, mission.
Yeah, I suppose though this is more for non-soil growers that this happens.
Well, salt buildup happens in soil as well. If you're using salt-based nutrients,
as much, I guess.
Well, if you're using living soil, Billy, that's where you come in and be like,
yep, Billy,
soil,
Yeah.
soil.
Yes,
Yes,
right.
right.
Wow.
Then yeah, salt buildup isn't a thing you have to worry about, and as long as you're using good water, pH imbalance is probably not anything you have to really worry about either when you're using living soil. But if you're using salt-based nutrients in a bottle, this can easily happen if you're overfeeding. You know, and depends on what the pK as well. When you use pK, that will change the pH a lot. So you have to make sure you have it in the correct range, because that will fuck things up, man. Nutrient lockout is a real problem. But the thing is as well, say, because I know about growing in cocoa, that's my main thing, and just flushing it. Say you got salt buildup or suspected salt buildup, and the plant isn't eating properly, and you flush it. That can cause problems as well. You don't want to just flush it and leave the cocoa
empty.
Let's say your EC, you've been feeding the plant 1.5 for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, and it's been going fine, but now it's starting to get lockout a little bit, right? You've been feeding it too much. So then you want to flush it to get all the old salts out and empty the roots and shit. And that's going to bring the EC down to 0.5. So there's a whole EC difference then. and that can be troublesome. You know, that in that case, there's the moisture inside the plant is going to be at 1.5 EC, and the moisture in the medium is going to be 0.5. So there's a big difference, and then nutrients are leaching out of the plant into the soil, into the medium, into the cocoa, and that's going to cause problems for your plant as well. So when you do this flush, so say the EC of the runoff is coming out at 1.5, plants overfed, so you're flushing it to get the EC right down. But then once you're done, once you're at a decent level, just refeed again at a slightly lower EC. So go for 1.3, 1.2 EC at 5.8 pH, and that will recheck things. Don't put it back in at 1.5 again, because that's the problem in the first place. But if you go to 1.3, the salts in the plant are not going to start pulling out so quickly to try and find balance in between the medium and the plant. So be careful with that flushing the whole hydroponic medium thing. It can be a tricky one sometimes. People think they're doing their plants a favor, but it can become an issue if you go too far with it. Don't change the EC too much in one go. Do it step by step. But yeah, that whole fucking flushing 2 to 3 times pot size, goddamn.
Sucks when you got like a 5 or 7 gallon or 10 gallon pot.
Yeah. I mean, I've there's been times where I've just carried the pot into the bathroom, put it in the bath,
Yeah.
and just got the shower on it, and just fucking filled it, just watered it with the shower, just to flush everything out. Because it's just easier than carrying buckets or whatever backwards and forwards.
Yeah.
You know, and getting the runoff out. Fucking hell. Mission, man. Pain in the ass. So the best thing to do to prevent that is just don't overfeed your plants in the first place.
Yep.
Make sure the pH is
Always-
correct and don't overfeed.
Always give a
Easy.
little runoff when you feed in cocoa
Mhm.
or hydro and stuff. You know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Mhm.
Just be careful of that. And I'll always like to say as well, just to add before we move on to the listener mail, it's easier to fix an underfed plant than it is to fix an overfed plant. So always
100%.
underfeed. Always underfeed. You know? Yeah.
Mhm.
Anything to add there, Margaret? Well, Billy, you in the living soil there. You got anything to add about this? Nope. I'm okay. Thank you.
I'm fine. Thank you. Living
Yeah.
soul. Yep.
Meow, meow.
Anything to add there, Margaret?
No.
I
No.
think it's all covered. But of course, if you have any questions, everybody, you know where to find us by now. Let's go on to the listener mail. We have some interesting ones here. Let's go.
Let's-
So, stuff on Green Fingers. This is going to go. This is for each one on the panel. Green Fingers sent this one in. I finally have a question I've been meaning to ask for the show. And it's absolutely not applicable to cannabis whatsoever. Thank you for that, Green Fingers. If you could have a superpower, what would it be? And how would you use it? Same question for each person. So that means it's going to go around all of us. John, what's your superpower going to be, bro?
I don't know. Flying, man. That's what I'm using. I'm going
Just
with
one?
flying.
Just one?
Yeah, yeah.
Good. I mean,
And
that's
how
If
would
you
you
could
use
have
it?
a superpower, not multiples, I'm gonna fly, man. How would I use it? I don't know. I'm gonna be getting places a lot faster. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Okay.
That's about it. I'm
Make
gonna
a
fly.
good
I'm gonna maybe
delivery
get my
service.
groceries. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
I'm gonna
maybe.
become a DoorDash guy real quick. Maybe work for
that'd be great.
Domino's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you couldn't like select the powers of like I want to have the same powers as Superman. You don't think that you have to just pick one?
It says a superpower. So I'm just going based off of what's said.
That's true. It didn't say superpowers.
No.
Right.
Ju-
that's a
da-
fair
damn.
answer.
I wanted to
See,
be
I-
Homelander. I would have
Yeah.
been Homelander from the boys.
Mackie's all jacked
No,
up on
mate,
it.
right.
Right. He's like, "Fuck."
So
Just got to
bummed.
choose one power.
I gotta change my answer now.
Okay, Margaret. Well, what were yours? What were you thinking?
Well, I was thinking too, but one would be teleportation. So
Nice.
I'd
Ooh.
love to go places and be like, just skip the airport. Wouldn't that make life so much easier?
Yes, beautiful.
Yeah, or the other one would be just the ability to drain all the billionaires' bank accounts and redistribute the cash to people in the world that needed it.
You communist. You know?
I mean, that sounds like a genie.
Doesn't that sound nice though? We'd all be much better off.
But no, there's some thing out there, right? There's been debates done on this, and if you took all of the money from everybody in the world and spread it evenly amongst everybody, it would end back up in the pockets of the same 40
I've heard
people
that before.
within
That's
10
fucking
years.
capitalist propaganda that all these elites try and tell you that stuff. So I
Wow,
don't-
wow.
for an instance,
That's a different conversation there, Margaret.
Yeah.
yes, it is.
Join us for the session on the Friday sometimes, because that's what we talk about.
Yeah.
Random shit like that, you know? Should definitely do it. It'll be a fun chat.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I think I would have the ability to duplicate anything I touched if I wanted to duplicate it. Just be like, pop, double that up, nice, so I can like just buy one gold bar and then duplicate it as much as I liked.
Okay.
And then having money is a superpower itself. Look at Batman. Batman didn't have no superpowers. He was just extremely rich. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? So
Yeah, he bought all his tools, didn't he? Like his car and all that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's say
Yeah.
if I did that, then I managed to get to a stage where I got a Batmobile. I'll be able to touch the Batmobile and be like, duplicate. And then it would, because you'd have to have a special word because you wouldn't want everything duplicating. You know what I mean? You don't want to, you don't want to be taking a piss and then all of a sudden you've got two of
Two
them. 'cause
penises.
Before you
Yeah.
know it, you're going to be covered in them. You know? So, you know, there needs to be some kind of special word that makes you duplicate things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see a nice car, you
Yeah.
see, and be like, duplicate. This one's mine now, mate. That's right. That's right. Yeah. I think that would be a good one to duplicate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What are you saying, Billy? What's your superpower? And what would you do
Um,
to use it?
Maybe read people's minds.
Would you
Like
really want that though?
telepathic.
Because everybody
Yeah.
would be like, "Oh man, I'm sick of this cunt,"
Yeah, at least you'd know them
and
for
you'd
sure.
know.
Yeah.
Because you could fuck with people because they could be thinking about something, and then you could talk about what they're thinking about, but in a way that they don't know that you know. If you know what I mean?
I think there's a Mel Gibson movie about that.
Yeah, there is, but
Don't our
that's what
phones do
women
that to
want.
us every single day?
I want to like fuck with everyone, not just women. I want to fuck with everyone psychologically as well.
Yeah,
Like,
Billy's getting into his
Yeah.
bi stage. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
so it'd be that. I think read people's minds, even dogs and animals too. Or maybe communicate with animals, and then you could go
That
tell
would
a
be a good
tiger
one.
to go fuck people up. Like,
Billy, I just want to know what my fucking dog is telling me.
yeah, exactly.
Good question there, Green Fingers. I hope that answers your question. Yeah, it is a
Question.
interesting one.
Mhm.
So Free Nugs has 2 questions today, and he wants to. You see how fun that last question was? It was all fun, like wasn't that fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is so fun. And then we got this. Fucking
Yeah,
hell, Free Nugs,
three-parter.
really fucking challenging us
Ooh,
for
yeah.
this one. What's the difference with F1s, 2s, 3s, etc.? I know it has something to do with the different stages of breeding plants are going through, but would you guys like to give me more of a description of what F means? John, you breed cannabis somewhat. Do you know what the
Yeah.
whole F thing means? You got a good description for this?
So I even went so far as to look up a few things before we discuss this. Because I don't know, I feel like some people have a debate on this, but in general, the number is the generation from when you made the first one, right? So the first time you make one, it's a male this, a female this. Those seeds are F1. You take one of each of those seeds, breed those together, you get F2s. And essentially what that just keeps happening, right? You just keep going down. And what you're trying to do is you're hunting for the characteristics you want to get to the plant that you want. And the further down you go, the more, what is the word, homogeneous they are. So the more alike they are, right? So in F1, you're going to get 50-50 plants usually, where they're like the mom or they're like the dad. You go down
Or something
to
in between,
F2s,
and
et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. And it
Yeah.
shows strong traits of the mother or the father,
Yep.
and then just a few in between. So it's not too much genetic diversity. But when you get to the F2
Right.
stage, and it's filial, is that how you pronounce it? Is that the proper
Yeah,
way to
filial.
say it? Filial
Yep.
generation. That's what the F stands
Filial.
for. Filial.
Yeah.
And with them first 2 as well, because the F1 has to come from like true breeding parents. Is like, so it's not like say Gorilla Glue number 4, that wouldn't be the same because that's recently bred with some other shit. But say if you get 2 land races and combine
Mhm.
those together, then that would be F1, I think.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. And then genetics
Well,
are reasonably close to the mom and the dad with a few variations. And then when you go to F2,
Right.
it starts to be, it's like when you get to F2, you're unlocking the genetic code, and there's so much more variance when you get to F2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. That's right?
But you want to, I mean, you just end up, you keep trying to do it to get down to a more similar plant so that you're pulling out the plant you want, basically.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Yep. That's the gist of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think we want to get too scientific on it because
That's
some
right,
people will
'cause it
say
goes
that
deep.
it's not, like, some people will say, well, it's not really an F something because it is a hybrid, right? Or it was,
Yeah.
Whatever. But
Because it's not a true
land
breeding
race or
pair.
anything.
Yeah. Because it already has been F2'd or something like F4. But
Right.
essentially, you got the F1 and breed them together. Then you got the F2s, which unlocks a bit of diversity. F3 unlocks a bit more. Then you start breeding the strain in from there. And then you can start honing in which genetics you want. If it's got big buds or
Right.
some smell. Then you go F4, F5, and that's when the genetics starts to stabilize again. And all the different seeds are going to be more like each other rather than more like the mom or the dad with a little bit of variation in between. So it starts at the top and then goes massively down for F2. Like if there was a graph, like strong genetics, most likely it's going to look like this. Starts well at F1, drops right down for F2 because that unlocks a lot of variation. But then it starts to get better and better, and you start to get more phenotypes that look the same, or smell the same, or taste the same, produce the same kind of shit.
Yep.
It's complex, man. Yeah, that whole cannabis breeding thing it's complex, I think. And it takes, you wouldn't be able to just have us explain for a few minutes about how this all works. This will give you a brief idea how it works. But if you're interested in that kind of shit, it's very interesting stuff. Definitely go and do some research. But it's going to take a lot of research. But there's more to it as well, because that's the Fs. And we had Cookie Grass question as well, which might as well cover why we're on this, is self seeds, because you got S1. You might hear those terms sometimes, like S1, S2, S3. And this is when you've gone on and self the plant. You've done that before, John? You know about that?
Yep. So that's the same. That's like what we do when we reverse seeds and make them fem seeds, right? You take a female plant, pollen, you reverse part of the plant to make pollen. The pollen pollinates itself, so on and so forth. And you do the same thing as the other way, where you keep taking those seeds, then you do it again. The next seeds, you do it again. And that's where the 1, the 2, the 3 comes in.
Yeah. That's it.
And there's way more to it, but this is, again, just the gist of it. Like,
it goes deep. It's complex topic, man. The whole cannabis breeding thing is complex. But if you want to get into it, definitely get into it, because there's a lot of cool shit to learn. There's the F1s. You got F1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5. It goes on. Then you got S, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Same kind of thing. You start off with the female. You take a cutting, make a male, pollinate it with itself, so it's selfed. That's what it means. And then, the genetics will differ, and you have to try and find the good shit and then breed it back into just being a stable strain with consistency. Then you got this thing called back crossing as well, polyhybrids. There's all sorts of it's loads of shit. It goes deep, this whole cannabis breeding thing. So if you want any more information in that, I think go over to the forum and start a thread if you wanted to.
And then there's R numbers, back cross numbers, like it's crazy. Yeah,
it's like trying to understand how dimensions work. I think it answers it enough. It's just different generations, and different seeds produced from one generation, how them seeds are expected to react, and how they are expected to look, what kind of genetic traits they're going to carry, and things like that. Anything to add on that one? That's complex shit.
I don't think so. I think we covered both of those then. Really?
Yeah, we covered Cookie Grow and John's there, and Free Nugs. Sorry. Thanks for the questions, lads. It's good to cover that kind of shit. We would like to cover it in more detail, but I think there's a whole episode that needs to be dedicated to that kind of stuff. It's complex, man. And we do cover it briefly in the cannabis breeding episode as well. We covered that in more detail there. We have this one from and Free Nugs. He kind of I don't know, he went off on a ramble here for a second. He says, Margaret and John, have you heard of the seed bank's Dirty Bird Genetics or Maine Clone Co? The founder is from the town where I grew up. I'm not sure how international mailing seeds go, but I was doing some research about the dispensary I use, blueskymaine.com, and they have a list of their genetics. From there, I wanted to see what other genetics came from my area and local seed banks and northern climate tested strains that have been on my radar, especially for my future outdoor grows. He was high when he wrote this. Just looking out for us winter folk. I just feel like nobody ever talks about Maine in cannabis, and when it has deep roots in the culture, it just isn't talked about enough. Fun fact, Maine in 1976 was the third state to decriminalize possession of cannabis in the USA. Oh, shut up now.
Ooh.
Love you all. Yes.
Okay.
A while ago.
Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah. But I think he's looking for what kind of strain would be good to grow in these northern climates throughout the winter time. You have any suggestions, Margaret?
Not really, no. Because I just tend to grow whatever seeds I have on hand. And I've not heard of these seed banks either. I was just looking at the Dirty Bird Genetics, and they do look like they have some cool stuff, but it's also all in American dollars, and the Canadian dollar right now is shit. So I don't know if I'll be...
Boo.
Yeah.
You know what you need? You need a good right-wing politician to take over. That would have boosted the economy.
Oh, yeah. Sure will. Sure. We've got one.
That would. Is this guy right-wing, is he?
He is liberal, but he is definitely leaning very conservative.
Conservative. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Interesting how
Mhm.
politics works, man.
Yeah.
It is. It's crazy.
What do you think about this, John?
So-
Any strains you'd recommend?
Well, if without looking, I would just say look for strains that are fast flowering, first of all, because if you're worried about it not finishing, that's what you need. But you know, you want the ones that are not prone to mold, et cetera, et cetera. So I looked up a few and I got some. So
Okay,
Northern
before you
Lights is a
move on
good
with
one.
those,
Oh,
sorry, before you move on with those, just a quick shout out to Cookie Grow there. He's got a job interview at 9. That's coming up for him very soon. Just good luck, Cookie Grow. Everybody say good luck to Cookie
yeah.
Grow.
Good luck, little
Yeah,
buddy.
chat.
good luck.
Good luck, bro. Hope it goes well. Sorry, John, you were saying Northern Lights? You saying?
Yeah. So Northern Lights is one, Blueberry's another, White Widow, Critical Mass, and then there's a couple other ones that are like peanut butter something and a couple Cushes. So those are. It seems like those are all older ones that are obviously tried and true, maybe that you could lean on for that. But I've heard a lot of people talk about it. You know, people trying to breed for the North, I guess you could say. I
Mhm.
just don't know directly. I don't know of any. And I don't know of any, I haven't really heard of any seed banks that are specific to that. Like I've seen some breeders, or, you know, heard of breeders that are doing that for themselves and other people, but not necessarily anything in seed banks like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know any either. I mean, the only thing I know of is mainly in the UK. We have these certain strains that are good to grow in our shitty UK summers, and one of them specifically is called Purple Marek. And they say anything with purple in the name is usually good because they have that anthocyanin hormone that's generated by them, so they can stand the cold a little bit more. So anything purple, try and go with those. But you know, really, when it starts to get cold, the cannabis plant just doesn't like it. It likes to be over 15 degrees C. What's that, about 45, 50 Fahrenheit? Yeah, so once it starts to get below those, it gets more and more difficult to grow outdoors, man. It's more susceptible to mold and shit. I don't think there's much you're going to do over the winter time. But when autumn comes back, when spring comes back around, then yeah, check that shit out. And pop some beans, man. Try and get the purple ones if you want to push them further into the autumn. Generally, the purple strains work better in the cold. You know, allegedly.
You would think a lot of the older strains and stuff would have been kind of bred this way, just for the fact that they were grown in northern Colorado or California and the mountains and shit. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, and the old school
it's
strains
cold up
were
there.
made in in the Netherlands. You know, in Amsterdam, where it was legal for them to do it there. So loads of strains were bred there in that kind of environment as well. It's going to get a little bit colder the further north you get, but it's going to be close enough, isn't it? You know, I think it's going to work.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a difficult
Just don't
question.
pick any like 16-week flowering ones.
Yeah. Don't get some fucking some Himalaya grown, 16-week shit. Yeah. Make it as quick as possible. Get it done. Get it done. Do it, lady. You know?
Do it, lady.
So let's go on to this one here. And no, I haven't heard of those seed banks before either. But,
I haven't either.
Seed bank's a seed bank, man. Check out the good. Just check out what they've got and see what they've got good. See if it works. There's loads of them out there nowadays. So many places. It's hard to keep track of them all. But Lobby Lobster, who got promoted this week, congratulations. He said, "Hi all. Question for the show then." That's generally what happens here, Lobby Lobster, when you send in a question. That's how it works. What's everyone's favorite cannabis-related book? Margaret, I'm guessing, is her cookbook. Do you have any good ones you can suggest? I know there was a show covering this, but I'm lazy, and I want to know everyone's absolute favorite. That's it. Well, there you go. On to the next question then. This one's from Cookie Grow. You know? No, man, I'll tell you the good one. The one which I got, and I think it's just so fucking good, is Jorge Cervantes' Cannabis Encyclopedia. I mean, there's good books out there. You got the Ed Rosenthal Cannabis Growers Handbook and shit like that as well. But that purple one, the purple book from Jorge Cervantes, The Cannabis Growers Bible's got fucking everything in it, man. If you got a problem with your plant, of course, I would recommend the best book is the online forum, Cannabis Forum, Percy'sGrowroom.com. You know, that's essentially a book with much more information than any book has got out there. But if you want something solid that you can have on your desk and you can read through sometimes, that Cannabis Encyclopedia from Jorge Cervantes, the Purple Book, is fucking amazing. It has everything you need to know. And if you see a slight issue, you flick to the page with cannabis deficiencies and it will show you all of the different deficiencies with pictures and shit, how to fix it, why it happens. Fucking great book. That has everything you need to know. It's everything. But of course, there's loads more other books. Depends on how deep you want to get. But anybody who grows cannabis and they want a book, that's the one you get. That's your first one. Everything else can expand after that on how deep you want to learn things, because it goes much deeper. But that one there covers pretty much everything you want to know. And it is a great read, man, as far as I'm concerned. What are you saying, John? What would you think?
I've never read a book.
What?
You can't read?
I've never read a cannabis book. I've always just researched online and stuff. I've never gotten a book to read about it.
That's it, because it's all available online now. You don't necessarily need a book, do you? That's the thing. You can just do a quick Google search or come over to Percy's, ask a question, and you get fucking help. It's just so easy to do. But just to have that one book in case the shit hits the fan. You gotta have in case the internet goes. You gotta have that book, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel like back in the day, the books was what all you had, so that's what you did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now there's so much information you can get. So. Yeah.
What you say, Margaret? What book you recommending?
I don't have Jorge Cervantes' book. I do have Ed Rosenthal's Cannabis Growers Handbook.
It's a good book still. Yeah, that grey one.
Yeah.
The grey one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Book.
Silver gray.
I have a signed copy.
I might too, actually.
Yeah, that's right. Nice,
think I
because
got it
we are
now. I have
podcast
to
hosts,
read
you
them,
see.
so,
Margaret, we are podcast hosts. We get these kind of things. So-
Yeah. But that one's pretty good too. It's got a lot of, it covers a lot of stuff.
Yeah, good book. What are you saying, Billy?
I'd say I'd recommend Walter the Wizard and the Magic Seed. It's
That's a good book.
children's
Yeah,
book,
yeah.
Oh.
isn't it? So about
Okay.
cannabis.
Yeah, it's a good book as well. Yeah. Well, for the meaning of it, I'm not saying it's a good book. Like, I'll read that. The story's amazing. But the whole principle behind it, who was it? Was it Alison? What's her name, Billy? Can you remember?
Little Fair.
Little Fair. I was going to say Water Fair. Yeah, it was close. Alison Little Fair. Yeah. And she'd been on the show before. We did an interview with her way back in the day. And it's just to try and bring a positive message about cannabis to children so they can learn about it in a positive way rather than all the negative spin they get put on everything. Yeah, man. Nice. Good choice there, Billy.
Oh,
Anything
no,
else?
what happened?
What happened? What do you mean? Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
What did he? Is it
Are you
broken?
out there?
John?
I think he's
John.
broken himself.
We lost him.
Yeah.
We
he's
lost
run
John?
off. He's still there, but he's not there. He must
Is
have
he
run off
mute?
somewhere.
He's not even on
Maybe he's-
mute.
No,
Broke his
it's just-
microphone.
Something's happened to John. But yeah, good suggestion there, Billy. With that book, he's muted himself. There you go. He'll be back in
buggered
a second.
himself.
But yeah, good suggestion. And there's loads of good books out there. And as you say, we have an episode about it. But definitely, you've got to make your choice between the Ed Rosenthal Cannabis Growers Handbook or the Jorge Cervantes Cannabis Encyclopedia. They're both pretty much the same thing, but still, you just got to choose which one you prefer. I really like the purple one, man. But I don't use it. The books are sitting over there in a fucking drawer. I don't use them very much, but it's nice to have them on hand if I do. But everything's available online now. That's the thing. So just follow the guys online. But again, I would also recommend having at least one book. But if you're going somewhere illegally, that's also a problem. You get your door kicked in to find all these fucking books. You know what I'm saying? You don't really want that, do you? So bear that in mind as well. But I remember having the whole... I'm talking about going to the tip again. Fucking hell. It's like, I go to the tip all the time, everybody. But back in the COVID days, remember the COVID thing? And everybody was at home, so there's nothing to do but clean your fucking house. So I had loads of shit to take to the tip. So I load up the car and I'll go to the tip, and it's like a 4-hour queue. to go from where I was to get to the actual tip to throw straight away. Because, we always had to keep certain distance and all that shit. Remember that bullshit? And I sat in the car for like 4 hours reading the Jorge Cervantes Cannabis Encyclopedia. Drive a little bit forward, put the handbrake on, read the book for fucking 20 minutes. And it's crazy, man. Crazy, yeah. So that's one of my memories about having that book. So good times back in the COVID days. But there's lots of book out there, everybody. Just choose what's good for you and roll with it. We'll have any one of those. Anything else to add on that one? Then we're good, right?
No. Reading's good for you.
Yeah,
that's
no,
right.
That's
right. Hey, mister, what you reading for? And then the cookie grow was about S1s and S2s, and we already covered that when we spoke about Free Nook's question as well. So, yeah, thanks for the questions there, everybody. I think that's just about everything, and we've covered all the main topics there. So I think that's it. Ready for the outro?
Sure am.
Think so. Let's go to the outro. Let's do it. Hawaii Sustainable said Jorge had VHS before book, right? No, he had book first. He'd released many books first, but there was a VHS series that got released in the 90s where he had the black beret with the black dreads. Yeah, so and I remember that was the first thing I watched when it came to growing cannabis way back in the day. I remember watching Jorge Cervantes VHS and learning how to grow weed from that. And what's crazy now is the guy's been on my podcast loads of time. I just messaged him the other day on WhatsApp like, hey Jorge, man, how you doing? Just checking in on you. Things good, bro? That's fucking crazy how I can just message Jorge Cervantes now just like that and be like, yo, you good? How's life? But yeah, shout out to Jorge Cervantes. He'll be on soon. He's got some news to break. He's got some, I don't know if I'm allowed to tell, but yeah, Jorge's got some news. Yeah, so yeah, I won't say any more than that. But yeah, something's coming up. Something's coming up, everybody. He'll be on the show in an interview to tell us about it soon. We also got the Mephisto lads. They're coming in on Wednesday. Should be coming. You need to just finalize that shit, but the guys from Mephisto should be coming in on Wednesday at 3 o'clock. So much earlier than the usual show. 6 hours earlier than the usual show time. But yeah, the Mephisto lads are going to be coming in to chat about some stuff on Wednesday. We do have one on Thursdays. We've got EdTech64 coming in. That's right. EdTech64 coming back to the show to talk about some of his shit as well. About his grow, because that's coming to an end. Trying to get the Northern Gorillas guys back on as well. Because, no, who was it? I haven't spoken to the North Gorilla guys for a while. But the South Motorway? No, I can't remember the guy. I can't remember the name. It slips my mind. It's there on my Discord, but he had his fucking crop torn up. So I'm trying to get him on the show to figure out what's going on there. I want to get that lady from the news, what we spoke about earlier as well. That chick, that criminal with her devil 62 grams of illegal cannabis. Would be good to get her on as well. But, you know, always looking for guests. So if anybody has any suggestions and things like that, let me know. Yeah. But good show. I think that's about it. Looks like John has fucking broken something.
He's down for the count.
Yeah. I wonder what happened. He's just sat there and like, what the fuck happened? And then he's gone on mute.
Was, oh no!
You know?
And then that was it. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, there he is in chat. He's out there in chat saying, damn it, man. Gosh. But that's about it, everybody. That's the episode for this week. Thanks for coming to join us. I hope the recording goes well and everything, because, you know, we had that issue at the start of the Grow Guys there. We'll see what happens. No matter what, we can download it from YouTube, so we'll see. Good show.
I've got a dad joke for you if you want one.
Oh yeah, what we got, Billy? Before we go,
end on a dad joke is why shouldn't you wear Russian underpants?
Why?
I don't know.
Because of Chernobyl fallout.
Okay. Oh, Chernobyl fallout.
Because Chernobyl fallout, yeah.
Ah, get it now. Get it. Needed to be refined a little bit. Beautiful. I like it, Billy. I like it. Yeah, good show. Let's go. Have a good week, everybody. Stay high, stay safe. See you on the next one.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.